Was moved from the state-run SSKM hospital in Kolkata to the central-run AIMS hospital in Bhubaneswar. Chor chants greeted the arrested Partha Chatterjee at AIMS soon as he arrived. As soon as the disgraced minister was wheeled in, the crowds present there broke into chor chants to jeer the TMC leader. Let's hear it. Asked to file a report on Bengal Minister's health and submit it by 3 p.m. this afternoon. As per the ED memo, after his arrest, Partha Chatterjee dialed Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee at least 4 times, but none of those calls were received by her. Partha's aide, Arpita Mukherjee, was also sent to one-day ED custody. She is currently undergoing medical checkup before being produced to court today. In fact, she will be produced before court today sometime. A medical check being done in the meanwhile.
We have constituted the committee and then we'll examine. This is just we have seen the patient. So the detail we'll see and then let you know what exactly. This is the just beginning. We have not gone in detail all the investigation, everything. Then we'll let you know everything.
ED कोर्ट के आदेश से जो काम चल रहा है तो ईडी अपने तैयारी के साथ काम कर रही है। आज तक जो लोग सीबीआई ईडी का विरोध कर रहे थे, आज उनका इंक्वायरी जल्दी हो ये सब बोल रहे हैं। क्या अधिकार है उनका? अब जो काम कर रहा है, जिनका हाथ लगा है इतना डॉक्यूमेंट्स, वो आगे भी करेंगे, उम्मीद है। और मुझे लगता है कि बहुत जल्दी और कुछ देखने को मिलेगा, जिससे बंगाल के लोग अभी तक दुखी थे, पीड़ित थे कि यहाँ भ्रष्टाचार चरम पर है, कोई न्याय नहीं हो रहा है, उनको कम से कम न्याय मिलेगा।
इसके खिलाफ ये बीजेपी वेट कर रहा था, तुमको पकड़ा जाएगा। 1 महीना वार्निंग था, इसमें ज्वाइन कर देते तो बीजेपी में वो आके गंगा जल धो के पवित्र हो जा सकता था। बीजेपी के जबान में ये सब मानता नहीं, शोभा नहीं देता, क्योंकि ये विंडिक्टिव है, विरोधी को ख़त्म करने का इसका राजनीति है, झूठ मुकदमा करने के लिए विरोधी को फंसाने का कोशिश करता है। ये सब बीजेपी का, इसलिए बोलने का उसका हक नहीं है।
Let me quickly cut across to Indrajit Kundu, joining us live from Kolkata, tracking the story. Indrajit, such grave allegations of corruption and the evidence is incriminating enough for the ED to keep him custody for a little longer. We hear that 21 crores and more has been found across his close aides' homes and offices. And now Partha Chatterjee says that he's being framed. Do give us the gravity of this case.
Well, Nabila, you know, these are very serious allegations because, as you said, more than 21 crores in cash recovered from Arpita Mukherjee, whom the ED has now termed as a close aide of Partha Chatterjee. There's a lot of explaining to do as far as Partha Chatterjee is concerned in this entire case. And remember, the ED took some time before they initiated this action where joint raids were conducted across several locations in West Bengal, including Minister Partha Chatterjee's residence as well as Arpita Mukherjee's residence. So they did have some specific inputs, following which they were able to, haul that massive amount of cash, more than 21 crore rupees in cash. And the ED says that possibly these are the proceeds of the crime. So they will have to now link it with the amount of money that was recovered from various people who were seeking jobs in the SSC recruitment cycle. So that's the job as far as the ED is concerned. The job is clearly cut out. But what's going to happen today, of course, is that ED is going to seek further remand for Arpita as well as Partha Chatterjee. As you know, Partha Chatterjee is undergoing medical tests in Bhubaneswar. He will be produced before court through a video link. ED wants them in remand because they want to interrogate and question both of them, and both of them face to face, so that they can be cross-questioned. Because Partha Chatterjee, remember, and the Trinamool Congress has maintained that Arpita Mukherjee has got no connections with the Trinamool Congress. At the same time, what's interesting is that the Trinamool Congress is also maintaining some sort of a safe distance from this entire episode, saying that whoever residents from where the money has been recovered, they are the ones who need to answer. Their lawyers need to answer, and not the party. The party has got no connection with the money or the case at this point in time. So Trinamool Congress distancing itself. Partha Chatterjee, in a sense, has been kept away to fend for himself. the ED, of course, will seek 14 days remand of both Arpita and Partha Chatterjee once they are produced before court later today.
You know, Indrajit, do stay with us. I'm going to take us through our viewers on what's been the latest developments when it comes to Partha Chatterjee and his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate. It appears after his arrest, Partha Chatterjee dialed Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee multiple times, according to the ED's arrest memo. In fact, a person soon after arrest is given an opportunity to call his family members and anyone that he wishes to inform them about the arrest. And Partha Chatterjee, we believe, has opted to call Mamta Banerjee. He called her thrice over, but there was no answer. Mamta Banerjee did not answer her calls multiple times when Partha Chatterjee tried to reach out to her. And here we see that at least 3 calls that were made, one at 2:30 a.m., then at 3:30 a.m. and at 9:35 a.m. All these calls left unanswered. TMC, of course, claiming that they have, in fact, they're denying these allegations, claiming that Partha Chatterjee's phone was confiscated. There was no way or room for him to use his phone to call Mamta Banerjee. However, in the police arrest memo, this is the information given explicitly. Indrajit, Mamta Banerjee being contacted multiple times, Partha Chatterjee desperately trying to reach out to her. That's precisely what's mentioned in the police's memo, but the TMC denying it, saying that there was no call made to Mamta. What's the fact here?
Well, you know, the Trinamool Congress has not really denied the fact, but what they're trying to say is the party seems to be clearly miffed. Sources are telling within the Trinamool Congress that the party is miffed because Partha Chatterjee did mention Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee there. And it's mentioned in the ED's arrest memo. So they think that this is something which was avoidable. This is unnecessary that Mamta Banerjee has been dragged into all this. But the fact remains that the ED memo does mention that when a person is arrested, he or she is allowed to make that a phone call to a near and dear one. In this case, a very senior minister of West Bengal cabinet being arrested, and he dials the number of Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee very late at night and wee hours in the morning. Of course, it went unanswered, but this has created some amount of embarrassment for the party because Mamta Banerjee's name has been dragged in this, and that's precisely the reason why I said, sources within the Trinamool Congress are telling us that they're trying to distance themselves in the case. They're saying that if, they have complete faith on the court, let it be proved in the court, and if he's proven guilty, then the party will initiate action is what the Trinamool Congress...
Indrajit, do stay with us. We have Agnimitra Paul of the BJP West Bengal unit joining us on the phone line. Ms. Paul, here is Partha Chatterjee trying to reach out to West Bengal Chief Minister multiple times, Mamta Banerjee, failed attempts. So the one person he chose to reach out to, while he was given an opportunity to maybe call his family, he chose to call Mamta, but no answer.
Whenever you are in trouble, you call up the person who is closest to you. So this time, Mr. Partha Chatterjee chose to call Mamta Banerjee, and as usual, Mamta Banerjee didn't answer his call because Mamta Banerjee's track record is such that she uses people and she throws away. She did the same thing with Kishanji, she did the same thing with other people. But this time she can't throw away Mr. Partha Chatterjee because she knows that if Partha Chatterjee opens his mouth, she will be the first person who will be in trouble. Because in West Bengal, nothing happens without Mamta Banerjee's nod. So it is very, very, everybody, if you ask a small boy, a child, he will also tell you that nothing really happens without Mamta Banerjee's nod, and it is impossible that all this corruption and all this, money and things that Mr. Partha Chatterjee has done, a major amount of the share has gone to Kalighat. So, of course, we are very happy that Partha Chatterjee has been arrested and now being taken to Bhubaneswar. But before that, please, I would ask ED to do the interrogation on the Chief Minister. Because she is the main person under whom, these things have been going. Now they are saying that the maximum number of Hawala things are going from West Bengal. From where did these envelopes come? These envelopes were within Government of West Bengal Education Department. These envelopes were with Miss Arpita Mukherjee's house. From where did these envelopes come over there? What is the connection with Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee? Why are those property deeds in the name of Arpita Mukherjee in Partha Chatterjee's house? a number of plots and deeds in Mona Lisa Das's name. Who is Mona Lisa Das? So this is this is not like an isolated event. This is a thing where the entire TMC party is involved. All the big wigs are involved, and majorly the Honorable Chief Minister is involved. So first we need to do the interrogation and arrest of Honorable Chief Minister, because she is the main person, and now she's trying to distance away from Mr. Partha Chatterjee. And at the same time, she's afraid that Mr. Partha Chatterjee, if he opens his mouth, she will be the first person to be arrested.
At this point, while the investigation is still on, the TMC distancing itself, saying that money has nothing to do with the party whatsoever. It's for the person whose house this money was found, for her and her counsel to answer. Don't pull us into this mess.
See, they don't have any other excuse. What will they say? And who is the spokesperson of TMC party? A person who has been convicted, who was arrested with Sharada, and the person had said that the main amount of the Sharada scam has gone to Chief Minister's house. This person is the spokesperson of TMC right now. So, they don't have anything else to say. They know they are in big trouble now. And that is the reason why they have to, make all these kind of stupid excuses to say that, how come party is responsible for what Mr. Partha Chatterjee has done. So let's wait. Let Mr. Partha Chatterjee open his mouth and let everyone, all bigwigs' name come into the forefront. But first of all, Honorable Chief Minister needs to be interrogated, because without her nod, nothing happens in West Bengal.
Right. Ms. Agnimitra Paul, thank you very much. Appreciate your views on that. All right, shifting our focus to Karnataka. Fight over Chief Minister and Chief Ministerial post, in fact, within the Karnataka Congress now exploding further. Party veterans Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar now locking horns over the CM's post, openly flexing their muscles. Siddaramaiah's loyalist Zamir Ahmed has now backed him openly as the Congress chief ministerial face. The move did not go down well with the Karnataka Congress unit at large. The party is currently mulling over action against Zamir Ahmed. It has already made the disciplinary action committee, which is examining his statements. Meanwhile, MLA Zamir Ahmed remains defiant. He says, "None can shut my mouth," adding that he just shared his opinion and what the people really want, and that's nothing wrong in that. The Siddaramaiah DKS rivalry has now torn the Congress apart, with polls being just around the corner. It seems like these internal party issues need to be dealt with.
ಜನಗಳು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ, ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ, ಜನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿದೆ.
All right, we know that Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar both nursing chief ministerial ambitions, and it seems like the Congress in Karnataka is not able to get their house in order with the two veteran leaders in the party locking horns. Let's hear it.
Karnataka elections are just months away, and Congress, as usual, is in the disarray. Its veterans fighting each other and locked in an one-upmanship. The top brass flexing all the wrong muscles, beginning with former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, whose supporters are planning a mega event called Siddarama Motsava to mark his 75th birthday on August 12th. The motive? To propel him as the Congress chief ministerial face. His bitter rival DK Shivkumar, meanwhile, is on a mission to pip past Siddha and anoint self as Congress chief minister face. He is on a self-promotion trip, wooing everyone, including his own Vokkaliga community, seeking their votes to be the chief minister.
ನಿಮ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ, ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ದೇವೇಗೌಡರಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಕುಮಾರಣ್ಣಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ನನಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಸ್.ಎಂ. ಕೃಷ್ಣರವರು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇದು ನಿಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು.
The party will decide who has to become the CM. I am not the man to decide. The Congress party high command will decide who has to become the chief minister. I want those entire committee to stand behind me.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಏನು ನನಗೆ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿನಾ? ಕಾವಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ, ಖಾದಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್.
Siddaramaiah loyalist Zamir Ahmed has now openly backed him as the Congress chief minister face.
ರಾಜ್ಯ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜನ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು 23 ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಹಂಗಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಪಕ್ಷ, ನಾವು ನೀವು ಯಾರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ನಾವು, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋರು ಯಾರು? ಜನ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳೋದು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ.
DK Shivkumar lashed out at Zamir Ahmed, literally asking him to shut up and stop worshipping his idol in the party.
ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿದ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರೋಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಾಯಿ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮುದಾಯನ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಿ, ನೀವು ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನಾದ್ರು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ತೋರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ.
Another Congress stalwart, Mallikarjun Kharge, also took a dig at Siddaramaiah, mocking his birthday bash push, declaring that he will not celebrate his own birthday since both Sonia and Rahul Gandhi are facing the ED.
I thought it is better in difficult days I should stand with my leader and I should support and give moral support. That's why cancel. I did not want to go to Bangalore and Gulbarga.
The Congress infighting is giving rivals ample opportunity to poke fun and mock the Congress heavyweights.
DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷದ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು CM ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒತ್ತಾಡ್ತಾವ್ರೆ. ಅವರು KPCC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿಯೇ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಾನು ಒಂದು ತೀರ ನೀನೊಂದು ತೀರ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಅವರ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಪ್ಲೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ಎಸ್.ಎಂ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರಾದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ನಮ್ಗೀಗ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರ ಲೀಡರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜಾತಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ. ಅವ್ರ ಜಾತಿಯವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಸಾಬರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೊಂಟಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಭ್ರಮೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಬ್ರು.
ನಿಮ್ಮಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಈ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಸೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ತಾಯಿ ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿಯ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ.
The Siddaramaiah-DK's rivalry has toned the Congress, with polls being just around the corner. Will this advantage BJP in Karnataka? Bureau Report, India Today.
Some more information coming in on this Nataka in Karnataka. Siddaramaiah loyalist Congress MLA Zamir Ahmed, now as he remains defiant, continues to make some comments here. He says, and I quote, "Even Muslims should get an opportunity. Even I feel like becoming the chief minister. We are 15% population, the Muslim community in the state, but only but no community can be elected by garnering votes from just one community. We have to take all communities together. All communities should come together. Only when all of them bless us, our government can come to power. If only one community back us, we cannot become the chief minister." This is Zamir Ahmed, who tries to clarify that there are many other people who are ambitious of becoming the chief minister like himself. He says 15% Muslims in the state. He also feels like becoming the chief minister, but that does not work that way. There's support of many communities that needs to come together for a chief minister to be announced. Let's hear it from him.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಗೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ತೆಗಬೇಕು, ನನಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು 15% ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಾಜ ಓಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜದ ವರ್ಗವ್ರಿಗೂ ಜೊತೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ಅವರು ಒಂದಾಗಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇರಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
Some more big news coming in from the state of Tamil Nadu. Another suicide shocker comes to light. A student studying in her class 12th in a government-aided school allegedly died by suicide. The student from Tekulur had dinner with her friends and went to sleep only to be found dead the next morning. Upset parents, relatives staged a road roko seizing government buses on Tirutani Road, claiming that the school didn't inform parents appropriately. Police force has now been deployed on ground to maintain law and order, while CID officials now visiting the school premises to conduct an inquiry, while holiday has been declared in the school. Pramod Madhav joining us live for more on that. Pramod, a quick word on yet another school suicide case that's rocked the Tamil Nadu government. What's happened this time?
Nabila, it's an extremely tragic situation that a child has died, and what the police sources we could hear from them is that the child was only found hanging from the ceiling inside the hostel room. This is what we are hearing as a first point. But however, police also claim that they are not going to divulge any more information on the matter, because this falls under the prerogative of the CBCID as per the directions of the Madras High Court with the former case that occurred in Kallakurichi. So currently CBCID officials are also over there, but as a preemptive police force have been placed there to make sure nothing like Kallakurichi happens again. And so far we could hear that the relatives are the ones who are extremely upset, because a few of them are claiming that the school did not inform them properly, and they also, just like you mentioned, held a road roko. Not just that, they also lay siege of Tamil Nadu transportation buses over there, and only after officials came over and told them that they will take adequate action on this matter, the buses were let go off. However, situation over there, police forces are in large number, and CBCID, as we speak, have initiated an investigation, Nabila.
Thanks very much, Prabodh, for joining us with those details. The government now swinging into action, have already deployed officials to investigate on this incident. All right, some big update coming in on Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif threat case. Mumbai police have now arrested a person named Manvinder Singh. Manvinder Singh, a struggling actor, a big fan of Katrina Kaif, wanted to marry Katrina, and that's why for the last few months he's been constantly harassing her on social media. The arrest has taken place today. The accused lives in Mumbai. All right, a big development coming in on Vicky Kaushal, Katrina Kaif threat case. The Mumbai police arresting a man named Manvinder Singh. He's said to be a struggling actor, a big fan of Katrina Kaif, and has been stalking her for the last few months, constantly harassing her on social media. Finally been arrested. Let me cut across to Dev Kotak joining us live from Mumbai. Dev, a quick word on who this man is. The accused, Manvinder Singh, has been arrested, we believe. He's a struggling actor. Does he know Katrina Kaif personally? What more do we know of this accused?
He is believed to just have done a commercial where even Katrina Kaif was one of the brand ambassadors. That's the unconfirmed part that we know for now. But he has been arrested in what Mumbai police calls it as technical investigation. Through that he was traced, and they realized that a man named Manvinder Singh is the accused and is responsible and behind the whole death threat incident. Also using Instagram as a tool to send out private messages. He had sent threats to Vicky Kaushal, and then also he had been stalking his actress wife Katrina Kaif, a pretty renowned actress. And of course, under sections 506(2), which is criminal intimidation, and section 354(b), which amounts to stalking, and section 66 of the Information Technology Act, the said accused has been booked, and an FIR was filed earlier this morning at the Santa Cruz police station in Mumbai. Also, the Mumbai police are further interrogating the accused who has been arrested a while ago. And, this is what also the Mumbai police has confirmed. That no images of this said accused have been circulated so far. But yes, he is in police custody and he was responsible for issuing these death threats.
Has he admitted to the crime? Has he admitted to his crime?
Primary information available, it is believed that he is a struggling actor, and of course it was a one-sided love affair. Of course, Katrina Kaif wasn't even aware about his existence.
Dave, at this point, has the man admitted to stalking her?
He has admitted to the fact that he was following her, but beyond that, we don't have any more details because he is in custody, in police custody, and is thoroughly being interrogated at this point in time. So,
Dave, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Accused Manvinder Singh has been arrested. He's a struggling actor, wanted to marry Katrina Kaif. He's been stalking her and now admits to the crime in police custody. On that note, I'm going to slip into a short break. Coming up on the other side, our entertainment news in the club with Dipali Patel.
Kerala's public health. All political parties travelling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
The Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara dreams may soon turn into a reality. The Union Ministry of Civil Aviation has unveiled a new policy on air sports. It aims to make India one of the top destinations in this field by 2030. Let's have a look at the new National Air Sports Policy. What are air sports? Air sports contain a range of aerial activities. It includes air racing, aerobatics, aeromodeling, hang gliding, human-powered aircraft, parachuting, paragliding, skydiving, and much more. The National Air Sport Policy on NASP 2022 lists 11 games under this category. These include
Hello, welcome. You're watching In the Club. I'm Dipali Patel. This is where we get you the best from the world of entertainment. First up, Alia Bhatt has kicked off her journey as a producer with her maiden project, Darlings. The makers shared a glimpse of the film, which also stars her along with Shefali Shah and Gully Boy co-star Vijay Verma. She collaborated with SRK's production house and co-produced the film. But she's not the only actress to don the producer's hat. From Priyanka Chopra to Deepika Padukone, Bollywood has top actresses who own their own production house. Here's everything you need to know.
Hey Shania, is our football team ki head cheerleader है moi. Tanya is Rani. Oh really? Congratulations. तुम्हें बुरा लग रहा होगा ना? क्योंकि ये पोजीशन स्कूल की सबसे पॉपुलर गर्ल को दिया जाता है। Don't be sorry तान्या, क्योंकि हाथ में पॉम पॉम लेके लड़कों के लिए चिल्लाना मेरा स्टाइल नहीं है। वो मेरे लिए चिल्लाए, सीटी बजाए, that's more my thing. Come watch.
Alia Bhatt, who started her career with Karan Johar's Student of the Year in 2012, has given back-to-back hits as an actor. And now, after a decade of being in the industry, she has added another feather to her hat. That's right, the actress kicked off her journey as a producer with her maiden project, Darlings, and the makers shared glimpses of the film, which is set to premiere on streaming giant Netflix from August 5th.
मेरे को प्लीज नदी पार करवा देना। मेंढक बोला, पर तूने मुझे काट लिया तो? बिच्छू बोला, अरे तू मैड है क्या? अगर मैं तेरे को काटा तो हम दोनों डूब जाएंगे.
While Alia also features in Darlings, she collaborated and co-produced it under her banner Eternal Sunshine Productions with Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chillies Entertainment.
कौन? पर तैरते तैरते वो जैसे ही नदी के बीच में पहुंचे, हमजा कहाँ है? बिच्छू ने मेंढक को काट लिया.
The film also stars Shefali Shah and her Gully Boy co-star Vijay Verma.
रमन काका, हमजा नहीं आए?
नहीं.
साहब, मिसिंग कंप्लेंट फाइल करनी है.
कौन मिसिंग है?
मेरे हस्बैंड हमजा.
कभी से गायब हो?
परसों.
कल से या परसों से?
कल और परसों के बीच में से साहब.
ना 2 दिन पहले काम पे गया.
कभी कभार ठीक है सर, लेकिन ये रोज तो मत करवाओ. टीसी है.
लेकिन वापस ही नहीं आया.
काम पर गया, घर पे वापस नहीं आया. क्या बोलते दादू? केस क्लोज है सर, confirm.
Not just Alia Bhatt, Kangana Ranaut launched her own production house Manikarnika Films in 2021. Her first project under her banner is romantic drama titled Tiku Weds Sheru. The film stars Nawazuddin Siddiqui and Avneet Kaur. Emergency is her another project as a producer. She also donned the director's hat for the film and essays the role of the late Prime Minister Indira Gandhi.
1 मिनट.
अमेरिका के प्रेसिडेंट को कह देना कि मुझे मेरे दफ्तर में सब मैडम नहीं, सर कहते हैं.
After Chapak, Deepika also turned producer for Kabir Khan's 83. The actress was seen playing the role of husband Ranveer Singh's on-screen wife Romi Dev in the film based on the Indian cricket team's World Cup win.
We here to win? To win the World Cup. What as we here for?
Another actress who donned the producer's hat at a very young age is Anushka Sharma. And in just 6 years of her being in the film industry, she decided to step into the producer's shoes. Yes, by the time she turned 26, she not only solidified her place among Bollywood's A-listers, but also ventured into production with NH10 under her production house Clean Slate Films. It's safe to say that Anushka took a risk. NH10 wasn't a regular entertainer that would earn huge numbers at the box office, but a thriller with a woman protagonist at its core, some blood and gore, a supporting male cast, and a gripping story. Luckily, the film which had her in the lead was a hit and got the cash registers ringing. The actress then went on to produce unconventional films one after another. While one was 2017's Filori, the other was a supernatural horror film, Pari, which released in 2018. Both these films did fairly well at the ticket counters, and Anushka earned praises for her choices as a producer. Her banner also explored the OTT platforms with films like Bulbul and even a multi-starrer series such as Patal Lok. Interestingly, even after delivering brilliant content as a producer, Anushka Sharma, who launched Clean Slate Films in 2013 with her brother Karnish Sharma, stepped down from the production house in March 2022. Priyanka Chopra is another actress who turned producer, but she went a step further and chose to support regional cinema. She has produced more than 9 regional films under her production house Purple Pebble Pictures, including Ventilator, that won 3 national awards.
अरे हेमा गजब भाव का सर कौन सा है?
मला सर तो है असे
ना ये होगा ये क्यों हमारे बाजू में रहता था ना हमको पता है.
Sikkimese film Pahuna, which made it to Cannes in 2017.
एकजना पात्री आएर लानुभयो. बच्चाहरू खान्छ नि बच्चाहरू.
के गरेर कि त मरिन्छ कि त मारिन्छ.
सानी नानी. भोजपुरी फिल्म बम बम बोल रहा है काशी.
और न जोड़े सका. जब बेटा के सर थाली में सजा के माई बाप के दहेज में दे.
And even a Punjabi film, Sarwan.
रोटी खा ले.
भूख नहीं.
वे खा ले. तू भी किसे मादा पुत्त है.
एक बार सरवण कह दो.
Twinkle Khanna also joined the bandwagon in 2018. She produced Akshay Kumar's Padman under her production house Mrs. Funny Bones Movies. The film, which was based on the life of Arunachalam Muruganantham, who invented the first low-cost sanitary napkins in India.
I not study IIT, but IIT study me, giving me award.
Twinkle's decision to back an offbeat film like this worked in her favor, as Padman grossed over 200 crore rupees worldwide and also became the 9th highest grossing Bollywood film of 2018. Among others who turned producers are also Malaika Arora, Pooja Bhatt, Preeti Zinta, Shilpa Shetty Kundra, Lara Datta, Diya Mirza and Sushmita Sen.
तक छुपा पाएंगे हमजा को पकड़े जाएंगे.
सर
हमजा के डैडी ऑफ हो गए.
अल्लाह मियां उन्हें जन्नत अता फरमाए.
Entertainment Bureau, India Today. Chiranjeevi launched the Telugu trailer of Amir Khan's much-anticipated film Lal Singh Chadda at a grand event in Hyderabad. Akshay Kumar, on the other hand, has become the highest taxpayer from the entertainment industry. This and much more, here's our popular segment, What's Trending.
జరుగుతున్నవన్నీ మనం చేస్తున్నామా లేదా మనం గాలిలో ఊరికే ఎగురుతూ పోతున్నామా అటు ఇటు.
The Telugu trailer of Amir Khan's much-anticipated film Lal Singh Chadda was unveiled by Chiranjeevi during a launch event in Hyderabad. Several pictures from the same are going viral, in which Amir Khan, Chiranjeevi and Naga Chaitanya can be seen posing together. The makers of the film have been keeping fans on tenterhooks by sharing glimpses one after another.
क्या पता हमें है कहानियां हैं कहानी में हम पम.
Earlier, the makers had released the first video song titled Kahani.
कभी कभी जो ये आधी लगती है आधी लिख दे तू आधी रह जाने दे जाने दे.
Before this, the Hindi trailer of this comedy drama was launched during the finale match of this year's IPL.
मैंने नहीं पता कितने लिखिया है सब किसने लिखिया है और क्यों लिखिया है जो लिखिया है.
Naga Chaitanya, on the other hand, recently gave a sneak peek into his character from Lal Singh Chaddha. He's essaying the role of Amir Khan's closest friend, Balaraju, in the film. Directed by Advait Chandan, Lal Singh Chaddha is the Hindi adaptation of Tom Hanks' starrer Forrest Gump and also features Kareena Kapoor Khan and Mona Singh in pivotal roles. The film is all set to hit cinemas on August 11th and will have a box office clash with Akshay Kumar's Raksha Bandhan.
मेरी मम्मी कहती थी कि जिंदगी गोलगप्पे जैसी होती है, पेट पले ही पर जावे, मन नहीं भरता।
Akshay Kumar has once again become the highest taxpayer from the entertainment industry, and to acknowledge the same, the Income Tax Department has issued the actor a Samman Patra, an honor certificate. Considering the number of films Akshay does per year, along with his endorsement deals, it isn't a hard guess, and if reports are to be believed, the actor has retained the title of the highest taxpayer for the 5th time. On work front, Akshay Kumar was last seen in historical drama Samrat Prithviraj, in which he played the titular role.
पृथ्वीराज चौहान का दिल्ली के सिंहासन पर राज्याभिषेक किया जाता है.
He is now currently shooting in the UK for filmmaker Tino Suresh Desai. In the yet-to-be titled film, he will be seen essaying the role of a savior. A leaked photo from the sets went viral on social media, in which he can be seen sporting a red turban and dense beard. As far as Akshay's other projects are concerned, the actor has multiple releases lined up, including Raksha Bandhan, in which he will be seen opposite Bhumi Pednekar.
बहनों की शादी हो जाएगी, मैं ले आऊंगा.
इनकी शादी?
The film is all set to hit theatres on August 11th.
गोलगप्पे खाने से लड़का ही होगा. 25 रुपए के गोलगप्पे के साथ-साथ सर्टिफिकेट भी दे दे तुझे.
कितने सालों से इंतजार कर रही है तू इस आदमी का? कभी अपनी बहनों की शादी करेगा, कब तेरे से शादी होगी? खुद तो अपनी माँ को वचन देके मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम हो गया और मेरे को बना दिया साला जटायु.
Akshay Kumar also has Ram Setu with Jacqueline Fernandez and Selfie, which also stars Imran Hashmi, Diana Penty and Nusrat Bharucha.
अरे ओ खिलाड़ी आज संडे को फ्री बोलो लोगे हमारे संग सेल्फी.
हरिश्चंद्र घाट पे रहते हैं, पैदा भी वहीं हुए थे. लकड़ी उठाना, मुर्दा जलाना, ये काम करते हैं हम. देखना तुमको.
Vicky Kaushal's Masan completed 7 years of its release, and since it was his debut film, the actor also took a moment to celebrate his journey as an actor in the film industry. To mark the occasion, Vicky shared these throwback pictures from the sets of his first film as a main lead. The actor captioned the post as "7 saal ho gaye, dil se shukriya." From Zoya Akhtar to Ishan Khattar, several friends from the film fraternity took to comment section to congratulate the actor on his achievement. Proud father Shyam Kaushal also expressed his gratitude.
लड़की है पर कास्ट है दोस्त, ज़्यादा सेंटिमेंटी मत होना.
कभी फिल्म से मोल भाव मत करिएगा. साबुन बेचने आए हैं आपके दरवाजे पे.
Directed by Neeraj Khewan, Masan dealt with the issues of casteist society and shows the tragic love story between a lower caste boy and an upper caste girl. The film also featured Richa Chadda and Shweta Tripathi in key roles. For the unversed, Vicky Kaushal at IFA 2022 also won his very first Best Actor award in last 7 years.
I see death, no sleep in years.
It was for his performance in Sardar Udham.
Friday को सिनेमा हॉल और Saturdays को क्लब.
Thank you, IFA. Thank you so much. This is very, 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 very special to me. 7 साल हुए मुझे फिल्मों में काम किए हुए और बहुत छोटा सफर है अभी तक.
Vicky Kaushal, who recently returned from Maldives vacation, now has a couple of interesting projects lined up, including Meghna Gulzar's Sam Bahadur, which is based on the life of India's first Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, and also features Sania Malhotra and Fatima Sana Sheikh in key roles. He also has Lakshman Utekar's Next with Sara Ali Khan in his kitty, the shooting of which was done extensively in Madhya Pradesh.
मेरा नाम इमैनुअल राजकुमार जूनियर है. कुछ साल पहले मुझे ऑस्ट्रोसार्कोमा छू के निकल गया. बट आई एम अ फाइटर.
मेरा नाम किसी बासु है. क्यों है मत पूछो. मुझे कैंसर है. एक था राजा, एक थी रानी. दोनों मर गए. खत्म कहानी.
Late actor Sushant Singh Rajput's last film, Dil Bechara, completed 2 years of its release. To mark the occasion, his co-star from the film, Sanjana Sanghi, took to social media to share this video. She captioned the post as 2 years of the magical world of Kizzy and Manny and an eternity to go. Thank you for all your love. It has truly been insurmountable. किसी बासु ने खुल के जीने का तरीका हमेशा के लिए सिखा दिया. #2 years of Dil Bechara, #miss you Manny, #July 24th, #Dil Bechara. Mukesh Chabra, who made his directorial debut with this film too, treated fans with some BTS moments with Sushant as he celebrated 2 years of this gem. Dil Bechara skipped theatrical release and was in fact premiered on the OTT platform.
मेरा नाम इमैनुअल राजकुमार जूनियर है. कुछ साल पहले मुझे ऑस्ट्रोसार्कोमा छू के निकल गया. बट आई एम अ फाइटर.
The film was based on John Green's 2012 novel The Fault in Our Stars.
सरी का मतलब
हद से सरी हमारा वर्ड है.
Entertainment Bureau, India Today. It's time for a short break now, but there's lots more coming up on the other side, so stay tuned to In the Club.
इस समय पूरी दुनिया में लोग कंफ्यूज्ड हैं. वो समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं क्या सही है, क्या गलत है, क्या सच है, क्या झूठ है. और ये स्पष्टता हम आपको अपने इस नए शो में देंगे. सब कुछ ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में बताएंगे. इस शो में मेरे बालों के अलावा कुछ ग्रे नहीं होगा. हर खबर ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट की तरह बिल्कुल स्पष्ट होगी.
With every sunrise comes new beginnings, new opportunities and new stories. And that's why we're first up. While you're sleeping, we're hard at work to ensure you get the perfect news shot every morning. Get you all the updates. Our morning mission to get you news that's fresh and packed with flavor. Watch First Up every weekday morning with me, Akshata Nandagopal, right here on India Today.
You are watching India Today.
The first teaser of Black Panther Wakanda Forever is out. The makers of Black Adam, on the other hand, have released the second trailer of Dwayne Johnson's Stalker. This and much more, it's now time to fly 7 seas across to check out the biggest newsmakers from the West. Here's Fully Foreign.
No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry.
The first teaser of Black Panther Wakanda Forever is out with the tune of Bob Marley's song No Woman, No Cry.
No woman, no cry.
Playing in the background, the teaser shows the original cast mourning the loss of the title character, essayed by the late Chadwick Boseman, who died after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. Directed by Ryan Coogler, the film also stars Angela Bassett, Denai Gurira, Letitia Wright, among others. Ene Queta, Mabel Sedena, and Dominic Thorne are new addition to the cast.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone. Have I not given everything?
Black Panther Wakanda Forever is set to release in theaters on November 11th.
I'm an idiot.
It's showtime!
I don't deserve these powers, if I'm being honest. Like, what am I even contributing?
The new trailer of Shazam, Fury of the Gods, is finally out, and it shows the adult superhero Billy Batson, played by Zachary Levi, questioning his ability as a hero, comparing himself to the members of the Justice League in a humorous way.
I feel like a fraud. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
The main lead is also shown going through a rough time with his superhero abilities, and he's the only one keeping things together, which may prove tough as a couple of ancient, superpowered women come into possession of a staff that could do something serious damage.
Children stole the power of all the gods.
Directed by David F. Sandberg, Shazam, Fury of the Gods is set to release in theaters on December 21st.
Look, I might not have as much experience as you because I'm not super old like you, but I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all about family.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god.
Dwayne Johnson is all set to bring the DC anti-hero Black Adam to life in the movie of the same name. Yes, the new trailer of Black Adam showcases new powers of Dwayne Johnson's character, as well as of that the members of the Justice Society. It also shows the two paths laid out before him on whether he will be the destroyer of the world or be its savior. Dwayne also fights off the Justice Society members. The second sneak peek into the film introduces Quintessa Swindle as Red Tornado, Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, Noah Centineo as Atom Smasher, Aldous Hodge as Hawkman, and Sarah Shahi as Adriana Tomez. The new movie is set to follow the anti-hero nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the powers of the Egyptian gods.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior.
Now free from his tomb, Black Adam is ready to unleash his form of justice on the modern world. The film is scheduled to release on October 21st.
he just catch a rocket? He got a rocket.
That's all we could pack in the show today, but tune into In the Club from Monday to Friday at 2:30 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. only on India Today. Also, do not forget to send me your feedback on Twitter handle. This is me, Droupadi Patel, signing off. Till next time, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Russia has defaulted on its sovereign debt. Moscow owes about $40 billion of sovereign bonds. Have the global sanctions now finally caught up? Is Russia in trouble, or does it still have friends when it comes to handling its economy? The foreign assets and foreign currency that have been frozen by the international bodies is a grave concern for Russia, given that even if Russia wants to make the payments, it really cannot. This sanction regime, or the sanctions that have been placed against Russia, with Russia now defaulting, is a grim reminder of the political outcast it once had become and is now on the way to becoming. But is it? While the West wants to isolate Russia, there are still many countries who are standing by Moscow and are engaging Russia. So is it real trouble for Russia, or will Russia see through this crisis as well as it did in the 90s? Now, with the economy and finances at stake, how severe are the damages? Now, Russia had $640 billion in foreign currency and gold reserves held overseas. Russia owes $40 billion in sovereign bonds, and half of it to foreigners. That's the part that has been defaulted this year, and it is a historic moment.
Watching India Today.
Very good afternoon and thanks for being with us on India Today. I'm Chaiti Narula joining you with all the top stories. Let's begin with the headlines first. Recruitment scam haunts the Mamata government. ED takes arrested TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee to Bhubaneswar. Aims for the medical test after High Court order. Chor chor chants greet Partha Chatterjee. Karnataka Congress Chief Minister Nataka explodes party mal's action against MLA Zamir Ahmad, who openly backed Siddaramaiah against DK Shivakumar. He now says that Muslims should get an opportunity. Bid to disrupt communal harmony amidst Kavar Yatra in UP's Bijnor. 2 attackers donning saffron destroyed tombs. Arrested accused identified as Kamal and Adil. Big breakthrough in Bollywood power couple Vicky and Katrina death threat case. Accused NAB wanting to marry Katrina had been harassing her on social media. Droupadi Murmu takes oath as the 15th President of India. India welcomes first tribal president. Murmu recounts her roots in her maiden speech.
मैं द्रौपदी मुर्मू
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि मैं श्रद्धापूर्वक भारत के राष्ट्रपति के पद का कार्यपालन करूंगी
Monkeypox alert in India. A total of 4 cases reported. 16 labs set up for testing samples. WHO calls it a global emergency. Breaking news coming in. All opposition parties submit a letter to the Rajya Sabha chairman stating that the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, was made to sit in a seat non-commensurate with the position he holds at the swearing-in ceremony of President Droupadi Murmu today. That's the big breaking news coming in. Opposition claiming Kharge has been disrespected. That is their claim for the moment. We'll get our reporters to bring you up to speed with the very latest developments that are taking place. Kharge not given proper seat as per his status. That is the accusation coming in from the opposition parties. Latest coming in, big controversy over President Murmu's oath ceremony. You can see that on your screens right now. The breaking news that is coming in. All the opposition parties have submitted a letter to the Rajya Sabha chairman stating leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, was made to sit in a seat which was quote-unquote not commensurate with the position he holds at the swearing-in ceremony of President Droupadi Murmu today. To get us a better sense of what really happened there, Maushami will be joining us in just moments from now to bring us up to speed with this entire controversy. Maushami's with us at the moment. Maushami, where was he made to sit at the back of which this accusation is coming in from the opposition parties?
Chaiti, apparently the controversy erupted because Mallikarjun Kharge should have been seated along with the other top members as far as the constitutional post is concerned. That means the speaker, the chairman, prime minister, since the ceremony was happening in the parliament and it was a celebration of democracy, so clearly should have been seated in the front row, and apparently he was made to sit in some other row behind the front benchers, and that's the reason why, you know, Trinamool, Congress, Shiv Sena, the NCP, these are the opposition leaders, parties who have joined the chorus in protesting against the seating arrangement that was made as far as the oath-taking ceremony is concerned. We are joined by Jagdambika Pal, who will give us an instant reaction to the controversy that is breaking out. Because, you know, this is not the first time that opposition leaders, Pal Sahab, have cried foul that the opposition is not given the space that it deserves in democracy. अब कहा जा रहा है कि मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को जो है फ्रंट रो में नहीं बिठाया गया, उनको पीछे बिठा दिया गया जहां उनको नहीं बिठाना चाहिए था. नेता विपक्ष के तौर पे
Congress and opposition, they are unnecessarily dragging this issue. I was also part of that ceremonial function. I was sitting in Central Hall. I have seen with own eyes. He was sitting in the front row where Prime Minister also used to sit in the front row. And in second, third row on the...
We've lost that connection to Maushami there, but it's a first up reaction coming in from the BJP on this. Let's go straight across to it. Maushami's back.
Yes. On 11 judges of Supreme Court, they were occupied the seat in the second row, third row, fourth row, because all the judges of the Honorable Supreme Court, they have been invited, all the governors, all the chief ministers of the respective states, irrespective of party and any, there was a ceremonial function, and he had been given a first row where only Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister, in same row he was sitting. I think so. I don't know what is now, whether they are mentally bankrupt, why they are just bringing this issue, and now they are making a controversy. I think so. This is not the occasion.
Do you think that he came in late? That's the reason that he could not probably get the seating positioning that he deserved.
When I was entering into Central Hall, he was standing there. I think so. Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, they were waiting for the Srimati Sonia Gandhi. But they were sitting in the first row. All Sonia Gandhi, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Mallikarjun Kharge. In the first row only, all the Council of Ministers, Cabinet, Prime Minister, and leader of the opposition. So I think so where this issue, which was just they have raised by the opposition, all the parties, I think unnecessary.
Unnecessary. The issue is being raked up unnecessarily, Chaiti. That's what the BJP leader has to say.
So, you have a reaction coming in from the BJP saying that the opposition is unnecessarily raking up this particular issue. And in the second row, like he mentioned, that there were senior judges of the Supreme Court sitting right there as well. So, Maushami, what is their biggest contention if he was made to sit in a row behind? I mean, how does it matter?
Absolutely.
It is a prerogative of the speaker.
Right.
Already all the seating arrangements was made by name. Every seat was allotted, even for member of parliament, even for the judges, even for the governor, even for the chief minister, even for the council of ministers. So I think so he has been given the same position, same protocol. I don't know. I fail to understand why is it the issue in the ceremonial functions where the president, head of the state was taking the office, and if Congress party and others, if they are only, I think so people had not given a mandate. At least they I think so they have, I don't know if these are the issues, they don't have any issue. I think so that's why they are raising such type of issue.
So there you are, Chaiti. I believe that the Congress party and the opposition were unhappy over the positioning of Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the leader of the opposition and should have been seated very close to the Prime Minister and the top ministers of the government, and was not given the proper positioning as far as his seating is concerned, and that's the issue that the opposition has raked up, writing to the Rajya Sabha chairman.
We should also get a reaction from the opposition parties on this. We have the Bharatiya Janata Party's response to this. For now, thanks so much, Maushami, for joining us with the very latest details. The ED probe continues in the scam, and irregularities in teachers' recruitment scam in West Bengal continues. TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee is going to be produced in trial court at 4 p.m. in less than an hour from now as his ED custody ends. As per the Calcutta High Court orders, Partha was moved from the state-run SSKM hospital in Kolkata to the center-run AIIMS hospital in Bhubaneswar. Chor chants were all being heard as at AIIMS for the arrested Partha Chatterjee. As soon as the disgraced minister was wheeled in, the crowd present there broke into chor chants to stir up the TMC leader. AIIMS Bhubaneswar has been asked to file a report now on Bengal Minister's health and submit it in moments from now. As per the ED memo, after his arrest, Partha dialed Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee 4 times, but none of his calls were received by her. Partha's aide, Arpita Mukherjee, was also sent to a one-day ED custody. She is currently undergoing medical checkup before being produced in court today.
We have constituted the committee and then we'll examine. This is just we have seen the patient. So detail we'll see and then let you know what exactly. This is the just beginning. We have not We have not gone in detail, all the investigation, everything. Then we'll let you know everything.
ईडी कोर्ट के आदेश से जो काम चल रहा है, तो ईडी अपने तैयारी के साथ काम कर रही है. आज तक जो लोग सीबीआई ईडी का विरोध कर रहे थे, आज उनका इंक्वायरी जल्दी हो ये सब बोल रहे हैं. क्या अधिकार है उनका? अब जो काम कर रहा है, जिनका हाथ लगा है इतना डॉक्यूमेंट, वो आगे भी करेंगे, उम्मीद है. और मुझे लगता है कि बहुत जल्दी और कुछ देखने को मिलेगा, जिससे बंगाल के लोग अभी तक दुखी थे, पीड़ित थे कि यहाँ भ्रष्टाचार चरम पर है, कोई न्याय नहीं हो रहा है, उनको कम से कम न्याय मिलेगा.
Mr. Partha Chatterjee, who was arrested for the recruitment scam. So the ED and the CBI actually have recovered a lot of money from Partha Chatterjee and his close associates. So it is a classic example of how Mamata is running a corrupt government in West Bengal.
You know, whenever you are in trouble, you call up the person who is closest to you. So this time, Mr. Partha Chatterjee chose to call Mamata Banerjee, and as usual, Mamata Banerjee didn't answer his call because Mamata Banerjee's track record is such that she uses people and she throws away. She did the same thing with Kishanji, she did the same thing with other people. But this time she can't throw away Mr. Partha Chatterjee because she knows that if Partha Chatterjee opens his mouth, she will be the first person who will be in trouble. Because in West Bengal, nothing happens without Mamata Banerjee's nod. So it is very, very, everybody, if you ask a small boy, a child, he will also tell you that nothing really happens without Mamata Banerjee's nod, and it is impossible that all this corruption and all this, money and things that Mr. Partha Chatterjee has done, a major amount of the share has gone to Kalighat. So, of course, we are very happy that Partha Chatterjee has been arrested and now being taken to Bhubaneswar. But before that, please, I would ask ED to do the interrogation on the Chief Minister.
इसके खिलाफ ये बीजेपी वेट कर रहा था कि तुमको पकड़ा जाएगा. 1 महीना वार्निंग था, इसमें ज्वाइन कर देते तो बीजेपी में वो आके गंगा जल धो के पवित्र हो जा सकता था. बीजेपी के जबान में ये सब मानता नहीं, शोभा नहीं देता, क्योंकि ये विंडिक्टिव है, विरोधी को ख़त्म करने का इसका राजनीति है, झूठ मुकदमा करने के लिए विरोधी को फंसाने का कोशिश करता है. ये सब बीजेपी का, इसलिए बोलने का उसका हक नहीं है.
Indrajit Kundu is joining us live from Kolkata for the very latest. Indrajit, what is all the tamasha that is going on in AIIMS Bhubaneswar as soon as Partha Chatterjee was wheeled in? What's interesting here is that the TMC has distanced themselves from Partha Chatterjee, because when he called 4 times to the Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, she did not even answer the calls.
Well, that's right, Chaiti. There were 4 phone calls that were made by Partha Chatterjee during the course of his investigation of the procedure before his arrest on that day, very late in the night and, of course, wee hours of the morning. But those phone calls went unanswered. Now, that has, given the rumour mills a buzz here in West Bengal with the question that whether or not the Trinamool Congress is trying to distance itself from Partha Chatterjee, because the press conference that was conducted 2 days back by the Trinamool Congress leadership, TMC spokesperson Kunal Ghosh categorically stated that, the money doesn't belong to the Trinamool Congress, that the party has no connections to it, and whomsoever from whose residence the money has been recovered and people who have been named in the investigation, it is for their lawyers to come out clean and speak out. And since the matter is before the court, if somebody is proven guilty, that person will be taken to task by the party. So it's a very unlike TMC response, the kind of response that we'd seen last time with the ministers like Firhad Hakim were arrested by the CBI. That time, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee herself was out on the streets in protest. Trinamool Congress workers were out on the streets in protest. Nothing of that sort has happened. Very measured response that has come in from the Trinamool Congress. And in fact, Chaiti, right now we are here at the Bankshal court, and we are waiting for Arpita Mukherjee to be brought here at the court. If my camera person can show, tight security. At the same time, Partha Chatterjee, who is undergoing treatment at All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Bhubaneswar, as per the court's order. Now, he will also be produced before court through a video link. So the ED, Central Agency Enforcement Directorate, of course, going to seek additional remand for both Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee for further interrogation. And of course, they would be trying to bring both of them face to face to cross-question them. And for that, they would require further remand. So that is exactly what is going to happen at this special court in Kolkata.
Thanks, Indrajit, for joining us with the very latest details. After the arrest, Partha Chatterjee dialed Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, as I was mentioning earlier. According to ED's arrest memo, while being arrested, Partha told ED officials that he intended to inform Mamata about this arrest. Partha tried Mamata's number 2:12 a.m., 2:31 a.m., 3:37 a.m. on Saturday and 9:35 a.m. on Sunday. Mamata reportedly did not pick up any of Partha's calls. As per the process, whenever a person is arrested, he or she can inform one person who can be a family member or a relative or a friend. Breaking news coming in. CBI issues a notice to TMC leader Abu Taher to appear before it for questioning before the agency on the post-poll violence case. So, notice going out to TMC leader Abu Taher by the CBI. We'll get you a reporter to bring you up to speed with more details. This is the post-poll violence case that we're talking about. Notice going out to Abu Taher in this particular case. He is a TMC leader. This is in the case of the post-poll violence that you ended up seeing. The CBI earlier had even summoned many TMC members as well. And now Abu Taher, who is a TMC leader, has got a notice from the CBI. CBI has issued a notice to TMC leader Abu Taher to appear before questioning before the agency on the post-poll violence case. We'll wait and watch to see whether he does end up appearing or not. This was a post-poll violence case in Nandigram. In fact, even earlier, the CBI has been asking TMC members to appear on this particular case. After the announcement of the assembly polls last year, you remember there was violence that has broken out in Nandigram. And this is the case we're talking about. The CBI has been directed by the Calcutta High Court to take up the post-poll violence case. They are also probing this matter in much detail. Indrajit is now joining us. Indrajit, notice going out to TMC leader Abu Taher to appear before the agency. Will he appear? Will he skip the summons? Indrajit, can you hear me?
Yes, Chaiti, go ahead.
Indrajit, can you hear me?
Chaiti, go ahead. Could you repeat your question?
I'm saying that there is a CBI notice that has gone out to TMC leader Abu Taher. If you could bring us up to speed with the latest developments coming in the post-poll violence case.
Well, that's right, Chaiti. At a time when, central agencies are turning the heat on the TMC leadership with the arrest of Partha Chatterjee, now another notice has been sent, this time by the CBI, asking Abu Taher, important leader from East Midnapur district of West Bengal, to join the probe in the post-poll violence case. In fact, Taher was asked to join the questioning today in Haldia at the Kolkata Port Trust office in Haldia. However, Taher did not come and appear for the questioning today. But clearly, the CBI is mounting its heat on the Trinamool Congress right now, not just in the SSC scam probe, but also in other probes that have been conducted by the central agency at this point in time. Chaiti.
Absolutely. We'll continue updating you more on this story. For now, thanks so much, Indrajit, for joining us with the very latest details right there Fight over Chief Minister post explodes in Karnataka Congress. Party veterans Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have now locked horns over the Chief Minister's post and openly flexing muscles. Siddaramaiah loyalist Zamir Ahmed has now backed him as the Congress Chief Ministerial face. The move did not go down well with the Karnataka Congress. The party is now mulling action over Zamir. It has made disciplinary action committee which is examining the statements. Ahmed also said that Muslims should get an opportunity as they represent 15% of the population. Meanwhile, MLA Zamir Ahmed remains defiant and says no one can shut my mouth, and added that he just shared his opinion and there is nothing wrong in it. The Siddaramaiah DK's rivalry has torn the Congress party, with the polls being just round the corner.
ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಏನು ತಪ್ಪೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಜನಗಳ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಜನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಗೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ತೆಗಬೇಕು ನನಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು 15% ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಾಜ ಓಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ವರ್ಗಗಳಿಗೂ ಜೊತೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ಅವರು ಒಂದಾಗಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇರಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಯಾವುದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ
Karnataka elections are just months away and Congress as usual is in the disarray. Its veterans fighting each other and locked in an one-upmanship. The top brass flexing all the wrong muscles, beginning with former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, whose supporters are planning a mega event called Siddarama Motsava to mark his 75th birthday on August 12th. The motive to propel him as the Congress Chief Ministerial face. His bitter rival DK Shivakumar, meanwhile, is on a mission to pip past Siddha and anoint self as Congress Chief Minister face. He is on a self-promotion trip, wooing everyone, including his own Vokkaliga community, seeking their votes to be the Chief Minister.
ನಿಮ್ ಕೇಳೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರಿಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಕುಮಾರಣ್ಣಂಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನನಗೂ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ SM ಕೃಷ್ಣರವರು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರು ಡಿಬೇಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇದು ನಿಮ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು.
The party will decide who has to become the CM. I am not the man to decide. The Congress party high command will decide who has to become the chief minister. I want those entire committee to stand behind me. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಏನು ನನಗೆ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿನಾ ಕಾವಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಖಾದಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್.
Siddaramaiah loyalist Zamir Ahmed has now openly backed him as the Congress Chief Minister face.
ರಾಜ್ಯ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜನ ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು 23 ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ನಾವು ನೀವು ಯಾರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋರು ಯಾರು ಜನ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳೋದು ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ.
DK Shivakumar lashed out at Zamir Ahmed, literally asking him to shut up and stop worshipping his idol in the party.
ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋರಿದ್ರು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತರೋಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಾಯಿ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಮುದಾಯನ ಸಂಘಟನೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನಾದ್ರು ಪಕ್ಷದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ತೋರ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಜನರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿ.
Another Congress stalwart, Mallikarjun Kharge, also took a dig at Siddaramaiah, mocking his birthday bash push, declaring that he will not celebrate his own birthday since both Sonia and Rahul Gandhi are facing the ED.
I thought it is better in difficult days I should stand with my leader and I should support and give moral support. That's why cancer I did not want to go to Bangalore and Gulbarga.
The Congress infighting is giving rivals ample opportunity to poke fun and mock the Congress heavyweights.
DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷದ ಒಂದು ಕನಸು CM ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒತ್ತಾಡ್ತಾವ್ರೆ. ಅವರು KPCC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿಯೇ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತು DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ನಾನು ಒಂದು ತೀರ ನೀನೊಂದು ತೀರ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಅವರ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಪ್ಲೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ.
SM ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರಾದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರ ಲೀಡರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜಾತಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ. ಅವ್ರ ಜಾತಿಯವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಹಿಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಸಾಬರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೊಂಟಾರೆ. ಇಷ್ಟು ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ಭ್ರಮೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಬ್ರು.
ನಿಮ್ಮಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಈ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಸೆ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ತಾಯಿ ಚಾಮುಂಡೇಶ್ವರಿಯ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ.
The Siddaramaiah DK's rivalry has torn the Congress, with polls being just around the corner. Will this advantage BJP in Karnataka? Bureau Report, India Today.
Slipping to a very short commercial break. When we return, monkeypox alert in India. A total of 4 cases reported. 16 labs set up for testing samples. WHO now calls it a global emergency.
You are watching India Today.
इस समय पूरी दुनिया में लोग कंफ्यूज्ड हैं। वो समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं क्या सही है, क्या गलत है, क्या सच है, क्या झूठ है। और ये स्पष्टता हम आपको अपने इस नए शो में देंगे। सब कुछ ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में बताएंगे। इस शो में मेरे बालों के अलावा कुछ ग्रे नहीं होगा। हर खबर ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट की तरह बिल्कुल स्पष्ट होगी।
You know Kim Tae-hyung, aka V of pop group BTS fame? Well, he's simultaneously 26, 27 and 28 years old. Confused? How old were you when you were born? 0? 1? In South Korea, you'd be 1 year old. Let's clear the air about this. South Korea has a unique way of calculating age. When a baby is born, it's considered a year old. And as the year changes on January 1st, the child gains a year. So no special birthdays. South Koreans count age based on their birth year and not days. A child born in December will already be 2 by January. But the president-elect Yoon Suk-yeol wants to do away with this traditional system. Because of persistent confusion and unnecessary social and economic costs, the incoming administration is looking to standardize age calculation. This was observed especially when health authorities used the international age and Korean ages interchangeably to set guidelines for COVID-19. This will also help South Korea get in line with the rest of the world. The age conundrum doesn't end here. South Korea also counts age in an international way. That means it counts age in 3 ways.
You are watching India Today.
Welcome back. Another suspected case of monkeypox surfaces in Telangana. A 40-year-old man from Indira Nagar colony in Telangana's Kamarareddy district has monkeypox symptoms. He's now being shifted to Hyderabad's Fever Hospital. It is known that the man developed fever on the 20th of July, post which he later developed rashes and was admitted to a private hospital. This person arrived from Kuwait on 6th of July and had come in contact with 6 people who are also isolating. Delhi has also reported its first case of monkeypox on Sunday. This is the 4th monkeypox case detected in India, with the previous 3 being reported from Kerala. A 31-year-old man with no foreign travel history was diagnosed with the disease after having fever and skin lesions. The patient is now isolating, seeking treatment in Delhi's LNJP hospital. I'm throwing straight across now. In a bit, my colleague Rajdeep Sardesai will be joining us in moments from now with Dr. Gagandeep Kang, who will be answering all the frequently asked questions as far as monkeypox is concerned. Remember, viewers, the last thing all of us need is another pandemic. We've all come out of the COVID pandemic and still you have COVID cases. And now with this monkeypox virus, how intense it is. Is there anything you and I need to be worried about? And for that, we've got Rajdeep Sardesai, who's going to be speaking to eminent medical researcher, virologist, Professor Gagandeep Kang. Over to you, Rajdeep sir. Many questions are rising. We're all very scared. Throwing straight across to you for all the FAQs.
Thanks very much, Chaiti. Joining me now is a very special guest, joined by Dr. Gagandeep Kang. She is one of the country's leading virologists. Appreciate your joining us, Dr. Kang. The big question, of course, is with the number of monkeypox cases rising in India slowly but surely, how worried should we be? The WHO declaring it a public health emergency of international concern, cases rising across the world. How worried, Dr. Kang, should we in India be?
So let me point out first that a public health emergency of international concern does not necessarily mean the number of cases that were seen with SARS-CoV-2. Polio, for example, for which the cases are very few, is also a public health emergency of international concern. In the case of monkeypox, we have over 16,000 cases that have been reported globally in about 74, 75 countries. And in India, we have 4 cases that are confirmed and a few suspected cases as well. Now, monkeypox is a disease that spreads through the respiratory route and by contact with an infected person. But the spread through the respiratory route is nothing like what we see with SARS-CoV-2. So there is absolutely no need to panic. And for the bulk of the population that is unlikely to come in contact with cases of monkeypox, there is very little need to worry.
So you're saying there is very little need to worry, but the worries are coming from a couple of factors. One, initially we were told that it would be as a result of foreign travel. Someone's come from abroad and may have carried the disease with him, particularly or her, particularly from Africa. Now we are seeing cases that perhaps may have come without that necessary foreign travel contact. Should that be worrying, given the fact that we were told monkeypox, unlike COVID, doesn't transmit through air, through respiratory factors? Is there a possibility perhaps that some of these infections could, despite that, emerge in this country?
Well, it's not true that it doesn't transmit through the respiratory route. It does, but it requires very close contact with the person who is infected, who generally has respiratory symptoms, and you are very, very close in conversation without a mask with that person, and then you might acquire monkeypox infection. The more likely route of transmission is skin contact with a person. Now, in terms of where the disease is coming from, 3 out of the 4 confirmed cases did have a travel history. And the 4th case has a history of attending an event where there might have been people that might themselves have had a travel history. So not everybody who gets monkeypox manifests with florid symptoms. It's possible that someone might be mildly symptomatic and spread to somebody within the country. Now, person-to-person transmission is taking place in many countries. And the case that we have in Delhi is the first example of a case without travel history in India. This just points out that we need to exercise caution, that we need to make sure that when we know a person is ill or unwell, we advise them to get the right kind of testing done and subsequently isolation. I think this is a time for education, a time for expansion of testing facilities.
While we've seen very few cases as yet in India, we've seen a huge jump in cases in Europe, particularly countries like Spain, in Africa, where it is supposed to have originated. In that sense, just the fewer number of cases, does that again give you a sense of reassurance that we don't need to panic, presumably?
Well, I don't think any country really needs to panic about monkeypox, because it's important to remember that there are significant differences with the last and most important viral infection we have seen. One, it is not an RNA virus. Chances of it mutating as rapidly as we saw with SARS-CoV-2 are very low. It is a virus that has a relatively low rate of transmission. It requires fairly intimate contact, as I mentioned previously. And this is a virus with a very low case fatality rate. There have so far been only 5 deaths out of the 16,000 detected cases outside of Africa. Even within Africa, where healthcare services are limited, this has a case fatality rate of 3% or less, the strain that is currently circulating. What we need now are public health control measures, which is diagnosis, early diagnosis, isolation, contact tracing, and making sure that contacts are isolated for the incubation period of the virus, which ranges from generally 1 to 2 weeks.
You're saying it's mild. The infection is usually a very mild one. Given that, are there any symptoms that one should be looking out for? Given that there is flu in the air, a number of people are still recovering from COVID. So what are the symptoms specifically for monkeypox that one should be worried about?
Well, some of the symptoms are non-specific. For example, fever and respiratory symptoms. Those can be common across a number of different diseases. However, when you start to see the skin lesions, they start with a rash and then they progress to vesicles, which contain clear fluid, and then to pustules, which contain an opaque fluid. So those lesions are really quite characteristic of the pox viruses, and those will be what will trigger and testing, identification and testing of such an individual. In general, if you have fever, respiratory symptoms and or a rash, get tested.
Right. So you're saying in a way that you must get tested if you've got fever or a rash. Is there any clarity around the kind of diet that you need? Yeah.
Sorry, I said
is there
fever
any
and a
clarity
rash.
needed on fever and the rash? You're saying fever and the rash require you to go and get tested. Any particular diet which could induce monkeypox? There have been, the kind of animal meats that you consume. Is there any? Are those again fears being expressed that are possibly irrational?
Well, in Africa, we know that consumption of meat does contribute to the acquisition of monkeypox. But the monkeypox that we are seeing outside of Africa seems to be very clearly human-to-human transmission. Now, in Africa, it's known to be in monkeys, but also in a range of different rodents that can carry this virus and manifest with a range of symptoms that are very different depending on which species is infected. I don't think that is something that we need to worry about here, because what we are seeing in the West, what we are seeing here is clearly something that has been acquired from other humans and not from animals.
The worry, of course, is all of this is coming, Dr. Kang, on the back of SARS-CoV-2, and maybe that's responsible for the panic, because now every time there's a virus out there, people immediately worry and, are we back to some kind of a cycle where we're in the midst of another epidemic? You're convinced that monkeypox is really not something that is going to spread at all as widely as SARS-CoV-2 did?
The numbers will not be the same as the numbers that we've had for SARS-CoV-2. That does not mean that we don't need public health measures of education, diagnosis, contact tracing, and isolation. But this is not a virus that spreads like SARS-CoV-2.
So, net, Dr. Kang, you're being very reassuring. Is there any at all worry, any final note of caution that you want to put out there while you're giving us this note of reassurance today?
Well, I think the important thing to remember is intimate contact with people you don't know is best avoided.
The monkeypox cases tally increase in India. Delhi has reported the first case of monkeypox. This is the fourth monkeypox case detected in India, with the previous 3 being reported from Kerala. We're going to be getting you the entire report in just moments from now, but there's breaking news coming in. Breaking news is about Lieutenant Governor Vicky Kaushal, who's forwarded a complaint by an eminent organization of jurists and lawyers establishing grave irregularities in award of liquor cases to the Chief Secretary for verification and inquiry. The Chief Secretary has been asked to submit a report to the LG and to the Chief Minister in 2 weeks. The complaint alleges cartelization, facilitation of monopolies, favoring blacklisted firms, bring out that the same was done in a deliberate and premeditated violation of the New Delhi excise policy. So this is a face-off that has been brewing, and this is the latest update coming in for you. Let's bring you Kumar Kunal, who has more details about it. Kumar, can you update us on the Delhi excise face-off?
Actually, this inquiry which is going on earlier, Delhi LG gave his consent, and he has recommended a CBI inquiry in the liquor policy case. Now he has ordered another inquiry in the same case. This inquiry will be conducted by Delhi Chief Secretary, and according to the LG House sources, the Lieutenant Governor has forwarded a complaint by an eminent organization led by jurists, lawyers, and other eminent citizens, in which what LG House is telling us that there are grave irregularities in award of liquor licenses, and that's why he told Chief Secretary to verify the facts and do other inquiries as well. So the Chief Secretary has been given a fortnight to conduct this inquiry, and then he will submit a report to Lieutenant Governor, and at the same time he will submit the report to Chief Minister as well.
All right, thanks Kumar for getting us up to speed with the latest details right there. Now there's a massive showdown over Aam Aadmi Party's excise policy that has intensified now. Delhi unit of BJP staged a protest outside the Aam Aadmi Party office against the excise policy of the Delhi government. Several BJP protesters were detained by the police. Protesters demanded resignation of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. Protest comes a day after LG Vinay Kumar Saxena recommended a CBI probe into this matter. Aam Aadmi Party MPs are going to be now raising this issue in the Lok Sabha. The LG has alleged that even though the sale of liquor increased during the first quarter of this financial year, the revenue did not increase. LG's office has also alleged that the revenue was artificially inflated by 980 crore rupees. Getting some more breaking news coming in. The breaking news is about all opposition parties submitting a letter to Rajya Sabha chairman stating that the leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, was made to sit in a seat which is not commensurate with the position that he holds at the swearing-in ceremony of the President Droupadi Murmu today. Opposition claims that Kharge has been disrespected. All right, we're getting some reactions coming in, cutting straight across to it.
One comment on the allegations being made by the Congress party on the seating arrangement of Kharge in English. What do you have to say on that?
I have said so much things.
In English, I could not recall.
No, and both mixed English and Hindi, whatever, as per this function was as per the it was conducted by the Home Ministry, and as per the order of President of Home Ministry, the sitting arrangement was made, and all other cabinet ministers are above the leader of opposition as far as the order of President is concerned. In that case, we should have arranged him, means the ministry should have arranged him at the third row, as per the strictly if you go for the order of President. But he was given allotted seat in the first row, and when he complained that it is in the corner, then the staff who were there, they arranged something and requested him to come in the middle of the hall. He refused that. The intention shows that they want to make issue out of a non-issue.
सर महबूबा मुफ्ती ने एक ट्वीट किया है रामनाथ कोविंद जी के कार्यकाल को लेकर उन्होंने सवाल उठाया कि सीए को रिमूव किया गया, सीए को इम्पोज किया गया, 370 को स्क्रैप किया गया, और रामनाथ कोविंद जी ने बीजेपी के पॉलिटिकल एजेंडे को संविधान की कीमत पर आगे बढ़ाया.
वो तो उनका स्टैंडर्ड है. आई डू नॉट वांट टू रिएक्ट. इट इज दी when the president is demitting his office, making such comment is highly undemocratic and uncalled for. I condemn it, and whatever the House has taken the decision, that is been endorsed by the President, and President has done his duty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Prahlad Joshi going on to say that they followed due protocol. This is coming in after the controversy erupted over President Droupadi Murmu's oath-taking ceremony, where the opposition parties collectively felt that Mallikarjun Kharge was disrespected. But you have Prahlad Joshi, who is the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs of India, coming out and putting out that clarification. Is the opposition convinced? We'll get you reactions on this in moments from now as well. I'm requesting the producers to get us somebody from the opposition parties to also join us on this broadcast on the back of the clarification which is coming in from the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs of India, Prahlad Joshi. That clarification just was played out by us at India Today. This on the back of the opposition claiming that Mallikarjun Kharge was disrespected in terms of where he was seated. According to them, he was not given a proper seat as per his status, and that he should be seated closer to the Prime Minister, given he's the leader of the House. The opposition is now saying that he was disrespected. Government saying that there were no protocols that were flouted and they followed due protocol as far as seating Mallikarjun Kharge is concerned. So the opposition claiming that Mallikarjun Kharge should have been seated closer to Prime Minister Modi, and that is their biggest charge. While we are waiting for Maushami Singh to join us on this broadcast, I'm also requesting producers to get us a reaction from the opposition parties. So the leader of opposition should have been seated, according to them, right next to the Prime Minister. Maushami, we had Prahlad Joshi come and give out a clarification saying that it was all done with due protocol in place and no protocols were flouted as far as the seating of Mallikarjun Kharge is concerned. How do the opposition parties now react to this clarification, or do we have any reaction coming in from the opposition on the story?
Chaiti, clearly a tit for tat has broken out on this issue because the opposition parties are saying the Congress sources claim that his positioning in the front row was not according to the constitutional post that he holds, and he should have been placed categorically. They are saying 7th in position as far as hierarchy and protocol is concerned, but he was seated 15th on the 15th chair as far as the front row seating is concerned. So 7 seats, chairs away from what he should have been positioned at, right near the center focal point of attention, where the Prime Minister and the other top leadership of the government were. The leader of opposition, as per protocol, should have been 7th in line as far as the seating is concerned, but he was 15th, which is not commensurate with the...
All right, thanks Maushami for joining us with the latest details right there. That's the big breaking news. Controversy over President Droupadi Murmu's ceremony, where opposition parties claim that Mallikarjun Kharge was disrespected. We'll continue tracking all the latest developments as far as the story is concerned. We're slipping to a break. When we return, recruitment scam haunts the Mamata government. ED takes arrested TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee.
You are watching India Today.
So yes, young people we've seen in today's date are not just suffering from heart attacks, they're having strokes, they're having cardiac arrests. I mean, they're brought dead to our hospitals and nobody knows why. They all just say that, they've always been fit. The definition of fitness is different for different people. Nobody gets their pre-health checkups done. You don't know what's happening in your body. You eat all the junk food and still believe that you're young, so nothing's going to happen to you, but that's not happening.
These are forest fires scorching Europe. France, Greece, Portugal and Spain all are seeing fire blazes destroy thousands of hectares of land. Thousands have been forced to flee their homes. Climate change has stacked the deck in favor of bigger and more intense forest fires over the last few decades. Increasing heat, changing rain and snow patterns, shifts in plant communities and other climate-related changes are reasons behind such intense forest fires. Wildfires require the right climatic conditions, burnable fuel and a spark. Europe has been unusually dry and hot spring has left the forest soil parched. This is why the region has now been hit by an early wave of forest fires. Experts have agreed that extreme climate change like dryness and heat is intensifying fires. In Portugal, firefighters have been struggling to control fires. The temperature there has hit 47 degrees Celsius and its mainland had its territory in extreme drought. In the last 7 days, 659 people have died due to heat waves. In Spain, there were 30 cases of forest fires across the country. Spain has been experiencing a nearly week-long heat wave with as high as 45.7 degrees Celsius. France's bone-dry condition has wildfires spreading over 11,000 hectares in its southwestern region. More than 1,200 firefighters are currently engaged in stamping out the blaze. Greece saw 71 blazes breaking out in 24 hours. Fire poses direct risk to people's life and property. Moreover, wildfire smoke, particularly
watching India Today.
Very good evening and thanks so much for being with us on India Today. I'm Katrina Kaif joining you with all the top stories. Let's begin with the headlines first. Recruitment scam haunts Mamata government. ED takes arrested TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee to Bhubaneswar, aims for medical test after High Court order. Chor chor chants greet Partha. Karnataka Congress Chief Minister Nataka explodes party mal's action against MLA Zamir Ahmad, who openly backed Siddaramaiah against DK Shivakumar. He now says that Muslims should get an opportunity. Bid to disrupt communal harmony amidst Kanwar Yatra in UP's Bijnor. 2 attackers donning saffron destroyed tombs. Arrested accused identified as Kamal and Adil. Big breakthrough in Bollywood power couple. Vicky and Katrina death threat case. Accused Nab wanted to marry Katrina Kaif and had been harassing her on social media. Droupadi Murmu takes oath as 15th president. India welcomes first tribal president. Murmu recounts her roots in maiden speech.
मैं द्रौपदी मुर्मू
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि
ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि
मैं
श्रद्धापूर्वक
भारत के राष्ट्रपति के पद का कार्यपालन करूंगी।
भारत के राष्ट्रपति पद का कार्यपालन करूंगी।
Monkeypox alert in India. A total of 4 cases reported. 16 labs set up for testing samples. WHO calls it global emergency. Breaking news coming in. 4 Congress MPs suspended. Manikam Tagore, Ramya Haridas, Jyoti Mani and T.N. Pratapan suspended from the Lok Sabha. There are 4 Congress party leaders who have been suspended from the Lok Sabha. This is the showdown that is happening in the lower house of the parliament. The 4 names include Manikam Tagore, Ramya Haridas, Jyoti Mani and T.N. Pratapan suspended from the Lok Sabha. Let's get Maushami to get us up to speed with the very latest details. Maushami, what's the reason for the suspension?
Chaiti, clearly the Lok Sabha Speaker didn't take it too well to the fact that the 4 MPs closed in on the Speaker's chair and in fact showed placards. Now this is not the first time that the Speaker has been rebuking the Lok Sabha MPs for showing placards. He has said that this is not allowed and it is a violation of the rule book of the House that you bring placards into the House. And this time round, the Speaker apparently was very upset with these 4 MPs because they continued to sloganeer and show placards right very close to the Speaker's chair. And thereafter, he has suspended these 4 MPs till further notice.
All right, so there you go. Manikam Tagore, Jyoti Mani, 2 others suspended at this point of time. Maushami, is there a lot of ruckus on the back of this?
Absolutely. You know, Manikam Tagore was seated with us right before the session began. He had given an adjournment notice in the Lok Sabha. He did tell us before he was going to attend the session that he's given an adjournment notice on the price rise issue and that the Congress was raking up this entire debate. And this time round, with the Congress members sloganeering, the Speaker is terribly unhappy about the fact that pandemonium is prevailing in the House and there is no order and no business being transacted. And that's one reason that you see a very stern action. This is the first of the suspensions in the monsoon session that we see a big breaking that's coming up. It's not really clear till when are these MPs suspended. But clearly, this has actually, stirred a hornet's nest with the opposition up in arms against the government over discussion on the price rise issue. It's apparently clear now that the pandemonium and the ruckus will continue as the Congress plans to rake up this issue, that when pertinent issues are raised, the opposition is not allowed to speak and in turn the MPs are suspended from attending the proceedings of the House.
Absolutely. Maushami is joining us with those details right there. Continue to be with us. This is the showdown in the Parliament from the Lok Sabha. You have 4 Congress party MPs who have been suspended. So this is the monsoon session updates that are coming in. So far, of course, the upper house and the lower house have failed to transact much of significant business since the session began on 18th of July, and now you've got an uproar in the lower house as the 4 Congress MPs have been suspended. Manikam Tagore, Ramya Haridas, Jyoti Mani, T.N. Pratapan all suspended from the Lok Sabha. Maushami, any significant amount of business that the Parliament has ended up transacting since 18th of July?
In fact, no, Chetty, because there has been no consensus in the Business Advisory Council meetings. Several meetings have been held and several requisitions have been made by the opposition. There is still disagreement between the Treasury benches and the opposition benches over when the discussion on inflation price rise has to take place. And That's one reason that in between, though agendas did change, but primarily, if you look at the entire session ever since it began, inflation and price rise has been a burning issue that
Maushami, this is quite unruly behavior by, putting those placards right next to the speaker like that. It's quite unruly behavior, waving these placards right next to the speaker.
Absolutely, Kathy. And I'm in the house and I can see the placards that these MPs are holding, and the MPs are actually holding gas cylinder placards of gas cylinder crossing 1,000 rupee mark. We can see Manikam Tagore and the other 3 suspended MPs actually addressing a presser in the parliament right after they have been suspended. They are saying that we are raising the issue of the people, and here we are being targeted for raking up an issue, showing a genuine placard about the price rise. This was no controversial placard that they were holding, is what they say.
Yes, and raise your voice, but there's a way and there is decorum that needs to be followed. Clearly that decorum is being violated by these Congress MPs right there. We have a reaction coming in from Prahlad Joshi from earlier today on the entire issue that the opposition raised of Mallikarjun Kharge being insulted during the swearing-in ceremony of President Droupadi Murmu. Listen to the clarification coming in from Prahlad Joshi on this.
As far as deadlock is concerned, जहाँ तक deadlock का सवाल है, आज भी मैंने पर्सनली फ़ोन करके श्रीमान खरगे जी को और श्रीमान अधीर रंजन जी से बात किया। मैंने एक चीज़ उनको स्पष्ट किया हूँ, since FME is not well, now she is recovering, and we will have discussion at the earliest. I also urged him that government will assure you that there will be discussion on price rise. महंगाई पर चर्चा होगा, ये मैंने बहुत स्पष्ट रूप से उनको कहा दोनों को, और मैंने हाथ जोड़ को विनंती किया कि कृपया सदन सुचारू रूप से चलने के लिए आप मदद कीजिए.
All right, so that's a reaction coming in from Prahlad Joshi right there, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs of India. That reaction coming in right there. For the moment, the news that we just broke was about the suspension of 4 MPs. They belong to the Congress party. And let me name the 4 MPs. Number 1, Manikam Tagore. Number 2, Ramya Haridas. Number 3, Jyoti Mani. And number 4, T.N. Pratapa, suspended from the Lok Sabha. Maushami still continues to be with us. Maushami, if you could encapsulate for our viewers the reason for this suspension.
Shri T.N. Pratapa, Shri Jyoti Mani, Shri Ramya Haridas.
Demanding discussion on the price rise issue. They were holding placards of the gas cylinder prices and other fuel prices. And here you can see here what Manikam Tagore has to say.
For the past 6 days, all the opposition parties, particularly led by the Congress party, is asking for a discussion in the parliament on GST, price rise, on those issues related to the people. We have been giving adjournment motion after adjournment motion. Every day we are using the parliamentary rules. As per the rules, we are giving adjournment motion. Today also I have given an adjournment motion, 6th day. But the government has shown complete arrogance towards the opposition party, and they are not ready to hear our voice. Their only voice is the 4th richest man in the world. They only care about that person who is the 4th richest man in the world, and they are not ready to care about the common people's distress. They want to make parliament a place to just cheer for their victories in
phone line at the moment, Mr. Tagore. Mr. Tagore, can you hear me?
Richest man.
Today
is the day when the
Mr. Tagore, can you hear me?
Tribal president is sworn in. Today, a scheduled caste young woman has been suspended from the parliament. Is it the right we are speaking about it? This is the empowerment they are speaking about it. Why this double speak of BJP? And BJP and Mr. Modi has to answer. We will protest. We will go to Gandhi statue every day as suspended MPs. We will come back to the parliament. We will protest and we will continue to protest till they allow a discussion. We only want a discussion. Parliament, let us be suspended, but let them have a discussion in Parliament on price rise, LPG, and the other related issues which Congress party and the opposition parties are raising. Main problem with the speaker is that he wants that we should not, the opposition protest is not being shown in the television. Television is not controlled by the Lok Sabha TV, and wherever we are able to show our angle, you all as cameramen, you all know that the angle is important to show our placards. We are not disturbing, we are not throwing papers at anybody. We were just going to the camera wherever it is camera is there. What is the problem in showing to the camera? When Prime Minister can show to the camera when in Central Hall towards the Prime Minister, when the camera angle we can change his direction when he is meeting, when he is having a farewell party to President of India. What is the problem with us as opposition MPs? We are going for that camera angle. Let them show the protest of the MPs. We are there. We are not thrown at papers. We are not placards. Placards are not allowed by the rules. This is not allowed. What are the things that have to be allowed? Corrupt is not allowed. Corrupt is not allowed. Shame is not allowed. Jumla Jivi is not allowed. There are 100 things that are not allowed. We can only cheer Modi ji and Amit Shah ji in the Parliament. We can't do anything as opposition parties. So let us come to the truth that the Parliament is being controlled by those people who are outside, and they wanted to control Parliament. So the world's richest man is controlling the Parliament, and that we will not allow. They are doing that kind of politics to keep us away from the voting of the Parliament Vice President election. We have been just suspended from the Parliament. We fought for the people, and we will continue to fight for the people's rights. Ask them to have it tomorrow morning. Let them have it at 12 o'clock. Opposition leaders are there. Let our suspension be there. We will sit in Gandhi Bhavan. Gaurav will be there in the house. Aditya will be there. Baluji will be there. Allow at 12 o'clock. We are ready for it. We are asking that only. We are asking discussion. What is the time? For discussion for time, what is the time? We are just now being suspended. We will decide about we are to meet the party leaders. Previous time also we have been suspended for raising the people's issue. We will do whatever it has been decided by the party and other leaders. Okay?
Finance Minister, the Parliament Affairs Minister should not speak to the opposition parties through media. Where has it been listed in the business? Then list it. Why don't you list it and accept our motion and let the speaker say no such thing? On the other hand, what we keep hearing day in is that the adjournment motion has not been accepted. What we keep here is that all the protests that we are raising inside.
Jyotimani is now joining us on the phone line. Jyotimani, there has been a suspension. What really happened there?
See, we all know that there is a high inflation, the price rise, the GST, the unbelievable GST. This government is ruthlessly putting on even the milk which children are using, rice, curd, pencil, emergencies in hospitals, what not. This government is ruthlessly taxing the people, but their Ambanis, Adanis are given undue importance, undue support from this government. Why we have to allow this in the Parliament? We are democratically, we ask this government to have a discussion in the Parliament regarding the price rise. We ask the government to withdraw this Gunda tax on the very important essential commodities.
Yes.
Then we have given adjournment motion after adjournment motion for the last 6 days. We asked just for a discussion. If Parliament cannot have a discussion, what is for the Parliament is running? If 130 crore people are dying because of the poverty, because of the price rise, the gas cylinder price is 1,053 rupees. I am coming from a very small village, humble.
Miss Jyotimani, all the points that you mentioned, absolutely valid. And it is the opposition's duty to bring this forth and debate these issues. But the reasoning for the suspension has been unruly behavior. There is a certain level of decorum that one follows on the floor of the House.
No, it's not an unruly behavior. We conduct our protest with all dignity and grace. We are just having a placard and actually we are shouting slogan to withdraw the tax. There is no unruly behavior. We haven't done anything wrong.
Were the placards, ma'am, being waved?
That is not true.
Yes, ma'am. But the placards waved very close to the speaker?
No, block has been raised. Now, we haven't gone near to the chair. We just raised the placards where camera angle has been shown. Because you know, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha TV is completely controlled. We have been shouting against the price rise for the last 6 days. Nothing has been shown the Lok Sabha TV. When the government controlled the Lok Sabha TV, when the government controlled the Parliament, then government tried to close the opposition voices. What else you can do? You can simply show the placard where cameras can take it to the world. That's what we did. We haven't done any unruly behavior. Actually, this government is unruly completely. This government is against this government is anti-people government. This government don't even care about.
So you're saying you were just trying to get yourself heard and noticed, given the fact that your accusation is that the camera was not showing the real picture of what was going on. You wanted the people to see through Sansad TV what was actually happening right there. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, we are actually trying to say the government will please withdraw this GST. People can't afford. People can't buy milk. People can't buy rice. People can't buy tahi. People can't even make their kids study because even the pencil is taxed. What are you going to do? We are simply asking, have a discussion, withdraw the tax. That's what we are doing because we know how the government will behave because we want to tell.
So what happened when you moved for a discussion? What happened when you moved for a discussion following protocol?
The government was not relenting for the discussion for the past 6 days. We are asking just for a discussion, nothing else.
Right, but weren't you raising slogans, trooping into the well of the House, holding up placards and demanding that particular...
Yes, that's our job. Because when government is crushing the 132 crores of the people, do you think the Congress party has to be meek and say government is doing great? It's our job. We are here to protect the people because the government is crushing them. So the Congress party's duty is protecting our people. So we are fighting for the people. The government is suspending us for the fighting for the people. We are not going to afraid of what they are doing.
But Ms. Jyotimani, you also have an option of taking these same placards and going outside the Parliament and protesting as well, right?
So the government is not relenting even inside the Parliament. Do you think the government will respond when we just protesting outside the Parliament? That also we have done, no? You have seen our leader Rahul Gandhi have come. Actually, he headed the protest for last 4-5 days. Morning we are doing protests outside outside the Parliament, inside the premises, in front of the Gandhi statue. Then going inside we are fighting. So we are fighting both sides. The government is not relenting. Do you think the people all have to die? Don't you think the opposition has to give the confidence to the people that we are here to fight for you? Do you think the people have to be opened just because government is actually pressing them?
But you know what is happening, Ms. Jyotimani, is with all this back and forth, there is no real business that is getting transacted. Since the 18th of July, we haven't seen any significant business being conducted.
What is business? The government is killing 132 crore people. The poor can't afford to buy milk. A poor mother cannot afford to buy milk for the child. A poor child cannot buy pencil. A poor family cannot go to even emergency in the hospital. Poor family cannot buy rice. What is the business then? Is this not business?
But you know, a disruption of Parliament being done in extreme situation is fine. This is now becoming the norm, Ms. Jyotimani.
No, because the government is behaving like that. Actually, when the government is ready to listen to the people, ready to listen to the opposition voices, the government is the government is behaving in a democratical manner. There is no need for a protest. Because the government is arrogant, unruly. The government is anti-people. That is why we are doing this.
There is a reason why you have parliamentary behavior and unparliamentary behavior as two words in the dictionary. So, would you call your behavior parliamentary? Ms. Jyoti Mani? All right, Mr. R.P. Singh is now joining us of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. R.P. Singh, how do you respond to the opposition party leaders who are saying that the government is not giving them a year and they are fighting for the people? Instead, the 4 MPs have been suspended.
Well, Parliament is run under certain rules and regulation and under certain decorum. It's not a school or it's not a Jantar Mantar where you can show your placards and you can keep protesting. So if they are following certain rules and the regulation of the Parliament, the proper procedure of Parliament, obviously the Speaker will give them chance to discuss the subject. Government is open to discuss every subject which need to be discussed in Parliament, and then there's no issue on discussing subject. But certain norms that you follow, and they should follow the norms.
Ms. Jyoti Mani's allegation was very grave. She said that we tried multiple times, but we did not get the opportunity to discuss these issues in the Parliament.
Well, Parliament just started 2 days earlier. So I don't understand. They've tried multiple times. And if because I'm not aware of the parliamentary rules and procedures, but if they would have done it under certain rules and procedures, they would have surely got time. But if you want to create ruckus and you're carrying placard inside and then trying to protest what you are supposed to do at Jantar Mantar. So Parliament can't be Jantar Mantar. There's a special separate space for that.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for joining us with that quick input. Breaking news coming in. India Today's exclusively accessed list of items recovered from raid at Arpita's residence. Items include 2 gold necklaces, 1 locket, bangles, 5 pairs of diamond earrings and 15 pairs of gold earring worth 76 lakh rupees and 28 mobile phones, inclusive of functioning and non-functioning sets, along with 2 hard disks. Meanwhile, Bengal Minister Partha Chatterjee has been discharged from AIIMS, Bhubaneswar. These are the latest updates coming in right there. Let's get Indrajit to join us live on the very latest, because India Today has this exclusive information. We've accessed the list of items recovered from the raid that took place at Arpita's residence. Indrajit is now joining us for the very latest. Indrajit, you know, when there are 2 gold necklaces, 1 locket, bangles recovered from a woman's house, it is absolutely understandable. But 28 mobile phones. Pray tell, what was she doing with 28 mobile phones?
Well, absolutely. Perhaps that is the question that Enforcement Directorate officials will be asking Arpita Mukherjee. She's inside the lockup. She's just been produced before the court here at the special court at Bankshal Court premises in Kolkata. We are standing here about 20 minutes back. She was produced before the court. At the same time, the big story, of course, is that doctors at AIIMS Bhubaneswar, Chaiti, they conducted multiple medical tests on Bengal Minister Partha Chatterjee, and they have also submitted the report before the court because they were scheduled to do that. In fact, the doctors there spoke to the media and stated categorically that Partha Chatterjee has certain chronic illnesses, but that does not require hospitalization at this point in time. He is stable and he can be discharged from the hospital today. So that's bad news for Partha Chatterjee. You know, central government run All India Institute of Medical Sciences categorically stating he doesn't need hospitalization. Earlier, he was admitted in a state-run hospital here in Calcutta, and the ED has, of course, raised objections. Coming back to the seizure list, India Today now has accessed the seizure list from both these parties, from Partha Chatterjee's house as well as from Arpita Mukherjee's house. And as you just mentioned, more than a dozen mobile phones that were recovered from Arpita Mukherjee's house, a huge amount of gold jewelry, and of course, the image that has now gone viral on social media, more than 21 crore rupees in cash from that house that has been recovered. What's interesting, of course, Chaiti, is that the seizure list from Partha Chatterjee's house is very, very interesting. And if you can play that out, you know, I have got the list of 9 properties. You know, it's a list of 9 properties, deeds of 9 properties that were recovered from Partha Chatterjee's house at a time when, you know, the Trinamool Congress says that Arpita has got nothing to do with the party. but the Enforcement Directorate, of course, is probing what's the link between Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee. And Partha Chatterjee, of course, is the Secretary General of Trinamool Congress. So the list that I have with me, it has, if my camera person can zoom in and show, I'll just increase the brightness of my handset. There are 9 properties that have been spoken of by the ED in its seizure list. Out of these 9 properties, I can see 4 properties are deed of conveyance in the name of Arpita Mukherjee. I can see for, number 4, if you can see, I'll ask my camera person to zoom in. It says deed of conveyance number 6879 by 11, dated 30/8/2011 in the name of Arpita Mukherjee. Then again, if you come to number 6, it says deed number 0659/12 dated 28/8/2012 in the name of Miss Arpita Mukherjee. Another deed in the name of Messer Century Engineering Private Limited, director namely Arpita Mukherjee. Then there is another one at number 9, deed number 02049/19 dated 2019, name of Arpita Mukherjee. So there are 2 deeds which are properties directly owned by Arpita Mukherjee, and there are 2 deeds in favor of companies where Arpita Mukherjee is a director. The big question is, what are these deeds, these documents, property documents, doing at the residence of Bengal Industry Minister Partha Chatterjee? That is the question, that is the discrepancy that, Partha Chatterjee will have to answer, because now there is no bar. Because he will be questioned by the ED, he will be questioned by the ED in their own custody, because, the doctors at AIIMS have clearly said he doesn't read hospitalization, though he had complained of illness 2 days back. So he will be grilled by ED. ED, of course, will be demanding his custody here at the court. And it's going to be very, very important, Chaiti, because this medical report forms the basis of the argument that the Enforcement Directorate is going to put forth before the special PMLA court. They're going to say if Partha Chatterjee is fit for questioning, then there is no requirement for him to be put in a hospital. So therefore, they will seek his custody for at least 14 days. And what they plan to do, of course, is put Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee face to face and cross-question them so that they can figure out the discrepancies. Because the allegation, ED sources are telling us.
All right, we're getting some reaction coming in. Indro, stay with us. We're getting some reactions cutting straight across to it.
Symptoms with that medicine that he came with to come to this hospital, AIIMS Bhubaneswar, is not very serious in nature. We'll be discharging him very soon. Okay. We will be discharging him very soon.
ईडी कोर्ट के आदेश से जो काम चल रहा है, तो ईडी अपने तैयारी के साथ काम कर रही है. आज तक जो लोग सीबीआई ईडी का विरोध कर रहे थे, आज उनका इंक्वायरी जल्दी हो ये सब बोल रहे हैं. क्या अधिकार है उनका? अब जो काम कर रहा है, जिनका हाथ लगा है इतना डॉक्यूमेंट्स, वो आगे भी करेंगे, उम्मीद है. और मुझे लगता है कि बहुत जल्दी और कुछ देखने को मिलेगा, जिससे बंगाल के लोग अभी तक दुखी थे, पीड़ित थे कि यहाँ भ्रष्टाचार चरम पर है, कोई न्याय नहीं हो रहा है, उनको कम से कम न्याय मिलेगा.
Mr. Partha Chatterjee, who was arrested for the recruitment scam. So the ED and the CBI actually have recovered a lot of money from Partha Chatterjee and his close associates. So it is a classic example of how Mamata is running a corrupt government in West Bengal.
Whenever you are in trouble, you call up the person who is closest to you. So this time, Mr. Partha Chatterjee chose to call Mamata Banerjee, and as usual, Mamata Banerjee didn't answer his call, because Mamata Banerjee's track record is such that she uses people and she throws away. She did the same thing with Kishanji, she did the same thing with other people. But this time she can't throw away Mr. Partha Chatterjee, because she knows that if Partha Chatterjee opens his mouth, she will be the first person who will be in trouble. Because in West Bengal, nothing happens without Mamata Banerjee's nod. So it is very, very, everybody, if you ask a small boy, a child, he will also tell you that nothing really happens without Mamata Banerjee's nod, and it is impossible that all this corruption and all this
money and things that Mr. Partha Chatterjee has done, a major amount of the share has gone to Kalighat. So, of course, we are very happy that Partha Chatterjee has been arrested and now being taken to Bhubaneswar. But before that, please, I would ask ED to do the interrogation on the Chief Minister.
इसके खिलाफ ये बीजेपी वेट कर रहा था, तुमको पकड़ा जाएगा। 1 महीना वार्निंग था, इसमें ज्वाइन कर देते तो बीजेपी में वो आके गंगाजल धो के पवित्र हो जा सकता था। बीजेपी का जबान में ये सब मानता नहीं, शोभा नहीं देता, क्योंकि ये विंडिक्टिव है, विरोधी को ख़त्म करने का इसका राजनीति है, झूठ मुकदमा करने के लिए विरोधी को फंसाने का कोशिश करता है। ये सब बीजेपी का, इसलिए बोलने का उसका हक नहीं है।
Fight over Chief Minister post explodes in Karnataka Congress. Party veterans Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have locked horns over the Chief Ministerial post and openly flexing muscles. Siddaramaiah loyalist Zamir Ahmed has now backed him as the Congress Chief Ministerial face. The move did not go down well with the Karnataka Congress party. The party is mulling action over Zamir. It has made disciplinary action committee which is examining the statements. Ahmed also said that Muslims should get an opportunity as they represent 15% of the population. Meanwhile, MLA Zamir Ahmed remains defiant, says no one can shut my mouth, and added that he just shared his opinion and there is nothing wrong in it. The Siddaramaiah-DK's rivalry has stormed the Congress, with polls being just around the corner.
Zamir Ahmed Khan bai yawa pustaka gotta nan satrana bai nan bai muchak nan satrana bai muchak nan bai muchak yaad nanu sanjay sir nan ye tappe helidini nanu ಜನರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ, ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ, ಜನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿರೋ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಗೂ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶ ತೆಗಬೇಕು, ನನಗೂ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು 15% ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಾಜ ಓಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜದ ವರ್ಗವ್ರಿಗೂ ಜೊತೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜದವರು ಒಂದಾಗಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಾಜ ಸೇರಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
In a bid to disrupt communal harmony in Uttar Pradesh's Bijnor, 2 attackers donning saffron had destroyed mazars in Bijnor on Sunday. The accused have been identified as Kamal and Adil. Both the accused belong to the Muslim community and were first seen by the locals while destroying the tombs. According to police, 2 brothers carried out incident by tying a saffron scarf on their heads. The police have arrested both the accused. Police say it was a bid to carry out a larger communal conspiracy as Kanwar Yatra is going on. Police added that there was no damage to the religious books, but the tomb's sheets and curtains have been burnt to ashes. This comes after there was a similar provocation at Lucknow's Lulu Mall, remember, where over 5 people were arrested for allegedly offering namaz. The accused offered religious prayers on the mall premises without permission, instigating a massive face-off with Hindu outfits, seeking permission to recite Hanuman Chalisa.
पुलिस की पीआरवी तथा स्थानीय एडिशनल एसपी, सीओ, एसएचओ ने मौके पर पहुंचकर उसका जायजा लिया। तब तक एक और सूचना आई कि दूसरी जगह पे भी भूरेलाल की मजार पे भी कोई तोड़फोड़ हुई। पुलिस वहां भी पहुंची और बहुत ही त्वरित कार्रवाई करते हुए 2 व्यक्तियों को गिरफ्तार किया, जो दोनों व्यक्ति सगे भाई हैं तथा इनकी उम्र लगभग 25 से 30 वर्ष है और इनका नाम क्रमशः कमाल और आदिल है।
Slipping to a break. When we return, breakthrough in Bollywood couple Vicky and Katrina's death threat case. Accused nabbed wanted to marry Katrina. Bringing you the details in just moments from now.
Are watching India Today.
With every sunrise comes new beginnings, new opportunities and new stories. And that's why we're first up. While you're sleeping, we're hard at work to ensure you get the perfect news shot every morning. Get all the updates Our morning mission to get you news that's fresh and packed with flavor. Watch First Up every weekday morning with me, Akshita Nandagopal, right here on India Today.
You are watching India Today.
Breaking news coming over the nude photographs. An NGO has filed a police complaint for hurting sentiments and insulting the modesty of women. Complaint says actor Ranveer Singh is trying to get cheap publicity, and that's the latest coming in right there. This is a big story which we are going to be tracking at this point of time. There is a police complaint against Ranveer Singh for the pictures that he clicked nude for a magazine. Police complaint has been made against the actor over the nude photographs of his that he got clicked for a magazine. An NGO has filed a police complaint for hurting sentiments and insulting the modesty of women. Complaint says that the actor Ranveer Singh is trying to get cheap publicity. We'll continue getting some reactions on this as well, but this is the latest coming in as far as Ranveer Singh's nude photo shoot is concerned, not gone down well with a certain NGO. A big breakthrough over death threats to Bollywood couple Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif. Mumbai police have arrested struggling actor Manvinder for stalking and harassing Katrina Kaif on social media. Manvinder claimed that he's a big fan of Katrina and was jilted after her marriage to Vicky Kaushal. The accused lives in Mumbai, is currently under Mumbai police custody. This comes after Vicky had gone to Santa Cruz police station and filed a complaint against an unidentified man for posting death threat messages on Instagram. Vicky Kaushal, in his complaint, stated that the accused was stalking his wife Katrina Kaif and threatening her.
Here's the deal. There are so many weirdos in every country, okay? And there are so many people playing games, and there are so many people wanting to make easy money. And the gangster style is the easiest because then all you have to do is to send a threat. So these weird people, I mean, there isn't even a reason, right? They have not even given a reason. Have they offended anybody by saying something or doing a film that hurts anybody's whatever sentiments? So this is a new, like a fashion, I suppose, that anybody and everybody can give a threat. And it's unfortunate, but obviously the police has to take the cognizance about this because just in case the threat is real, I think it is fake.
Slipping into a break, when we return, Droupadi Murmu takes oath as the 15th president. India welcomes the first tribal president.
You are watching India Today.
Listening to music puts you in a good mood, but have you ever heard of music that gets you high? In a never-ending quest to get high or feel better, people are listening to binaural beats to mellow their minds. A study shows that many have been trying binaural beats as a form of therapy or even an intoxicant. The term binaural means two sounds, and binaural recording without the beats refers to a kind of stereo recording wherein the listener feels totally surrounded by the musicians. Everyday sounds range from 250 to about 6,000 hertz. Binaural beats are usually below 1,000 hertz, which is in the low range of average human hearing. Hector Orozco Perez, an author of a recent study on the mysterious beats, puts it this way. What happens is when you listen to two pure tones separated into each other, the tiny difference causes a frequency.
You are watching India Today.
There's breaking news coming in. ED has found documents pertaining to a joint property of Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Chatterjee. The property was bought by Partha in the year 2012. Arpita, during her questioning, also accepted that the cash belongs to Partha. The money was planned to be infused in companies linked to Arpita Mukherjee. The cash account was also planned to be moved out of her house in a day or two. That's the latest in the West Bengal recruitment scam that is coming in right now. ED has found documents pertaining to Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee, property bought by Partha in 2012. Arpita Mukherjee, during her questioning, accepted that the cash belongs to Partha Chatterjee. The money was planned to be infused in companies that are linked to Arpita Mukherjee. So ED has recovered the Partha Arpita joint property. Munish Pandey breaking the story first on India Today. Munish, massive revelations that are coming from sources in the Enforcement Directorate. I'm throwing straight across to you for the latest that is coming in.
Yeah, well, Chaiti, what we have been given to understand is that during the searches by the Enforcement Directorate at the residence of TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee, the Enforcement Directorate recovered several documents, but there is one property document which is on the name of Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee. It's the joint property which was bought by Partha Mukherjee in 2012. Also, we have been given to understand is that when the questioning was taking place at Arpita's residence by the ED officials, Arpita allegedly confessed that this cash amount amounting to more than 20 crore rupees, it belongs to Partha Chatterjee, and this is the proceeds of crime which was generated by Partha Chatterjee and other accused in the SSC scam case, the recruitment scam case. Apart from that, also we have been given to understand is that there are several incriminating documents which has been recovered by the Enforcement Directorate during the searches from the residence of Partha Mukherjee. It also, Partha Chatterjee, I beg your pardon, and this also includes the identity cards of the candidates. It also includes several.
Do we have clarity in terms of the exact amount of cash that was recovered from Arpita's residence? Exact amount of cash?
Well, Chaiti, around 21 crore rupees have been recovered from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee, but also what is important here is to point out that they have also recovered documents pertaining to certain companies which were on the name of Arpita Mukherjee. And what ED sources have told India Today that if the raid could have taken a day after, then the money was supposed to be transferred to these companies. So the raid, the timing of the raid was very important, and that is why ED was able to recover over 20 crore rupees from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee.
Okay.
But also now they are going through the property documents and the company documents so that they can exact idea that how much money has been moved by Arpita Mukherjee on behalf of Partha Chatterjee. As far as this entire
all right, let's try to re-establish that connection. We're having some trouble hearing Munish right there. We'll get Munish back on in moments from now, I promise you. But the other big story we're tracking here is Droupadi Murmu. And all right, we'll come back to that in just moments from now. And Munish is getting re-established on this particular broadcast. It's a huge development coming in from the Enforcement Directorate. Do we have Munish back with us? All right, Munish will come back in moments from now. He has all the details. Explosive details is what Munish is bringing us at this point. 21 crores of cash, viewers. It has been recovered by the Enforcement Directorate from Arpita's residence. And this cash this money was being planned to be infused in companies that are being linked to Arpita Mukherjee. The ED has found documents pertaining to the joint property of Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee, property bought by Partha in the year 2012. Arpita, during her questioning, accepted that the cash does indeed belong to Partha. The money was being planned to be infused in many companies that are linked to Arpita Mukherjee. The cash was also planned to be moved out of her house in a day or two, and according to Munish, it was 21 crore rupees of cash, and that is the recovery that the Enforcement Directorate has made. Munish is getting us all the details. He's back with us on the broadcast. Sorry, we lost you there, Munish. Continue.
Yeah, Chaiti, as far as ED is concerned, what they are claiming that the money was planned to be moved out from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee or two, and it was supposed to be infused in the companies linked to Arpita Mukherjee. Now, what ED sources have told India Today that there are several companies linked to Arpita Mukherjee where she is director, additional director, and in those companies, this cash amount was being moved. Now, as far as this entire cash is concerned, amounting to more than 20 crore rupees, what ED is claiming at this point of time is that this is the same amount, the same proceeds of crime which was generated by the accused in the SSC scam case. Now, as far as Arpita Mukherjee's role is concerned, what ED sources have told India Today that she was someone who was managing the money of the accused in this entire scam, and Partha Chatterjee is one of the prime accused in the case. As far as the link between Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee is concerned, what ED sources are telling us that they have recovered several documents, but the important one is a property document which was bought by Partha Chatterjee in 2012, but it is a joint property of Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee. So overall, they are claiming that Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee are very close to each other. And as far as Arpita Mukherjee's role was concerned, she was supposed to infuse the proceeds of crime, the crores of cash amount, into the companies linked to her.
And do we have a sense of which are these companies that have been linked to Arpita Mukherjee, where 21 crore rupees of cash was about to be infused, but in the nick of time, of course, the Enforcement Directorate has made the seizure, right?
Yeah, well, Chaiti, there are several companies, but as far as the officials are concerned, what they are saying that the investigation is at a very primary stage. They have confiscated the documents which were recovered from her residence. They have also contacted several other ministries to get the information about Arpita Mukherjee's company. But as far as the entire quantum of, proceeds of crime is concerned, that is yet to be found by the Enforcement Directorate. As far as Arpita Mukherjee's companies are concerned, that information is yet to be, yet to be discovered by the Enforcement Directorate. So far, they know that there are companies linked to her, but the amount of money in those companies infused by Arpita Mukherjee, that is still to be, it is still to come out in open. As far as Arpita Mukherjee's role and companies are concerned, what they are saying that it will take a day or two to scrutinize and analyze all the documents recovered from her residence and Partha Chatterjee's residence.
All right, Munish Pandey getting us that big story right here. We'll continue updating you viewers with more on this story. This is the West Bengal recruitment scam and a massive seizure made by the Enforcement Directorate. Thanks, Munish, for joining us with the very latest details. Moving on now. Droupadi Murmu took oath as the 15th President of India at the Central Hall of the Parliament. The oath was administered by Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramanna, in the presence of former President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other dignitaries. In her first address as the President, Murmu said her election proves poor Indians cannot just dream but also fulfill aspirations. She's also thanked all the MPs, all the MLAs who have voted for her. Later, President Murmu and former President Ramnath Kovind received the Tri-Services Guard of Honor at Rashtrapati Bhavan. She visited Rajghat, paid a floral tribute to Mahatma Gandhi before taking the oath. Murmu is the first tribal person to occupy the country's highest constitutional post and only the second woman to be elected as the president. She is also the youngest president of India.
Entering Rashtrapati Bhavan. भारत के सर्वोच्च संवैधानिक पद पर निर्वाचित करने के लिए मैं सभी सांसदों और सभी विधानसभा सदस्यों का हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ। देश के करोड़ों नागरिकों के विश्वास की अभिव्यक्ति है। मैं भारत के समस्त नागरिकों की आशा आकांक्षा और अधिकारों की प्रतीक इस पवित्र संसद से सभी देशवासियों का पूरी विनम्रता से अभिनंदन करता हूँ। मैंने अपनी जीवन यात्रा पूर्वी भारत में ओडिशा के एक छोटे से आदिवासी गांव से शुरू की थी। मैं जिस पृष्ठभूमि से आती हूँ वहाँ मेरे लिए प्रारंभिक शिक्षा प्राप्त करना भी एक सपने जैसा ही था, लेकिन अनेक बाधाओं के बावजूद मेरा संकल्प दृढ़ रहा और मैं कॉलेज जाने वाली अपने गांव की पहली बेटी थी। मैं जनजातीय समाज से हूँ और वार्ड काउंसिलर से लेकर भारत के राष्ट्रपति बनने तक का अवसर मुझे मिला। ये हमारे लोकतंत्र की ही शक्ति है कि उसमें एक गरीब घर के पैदा होने बेटी, दूर सुदूर आदिवासी क्षेत्र में पैदा हुई बेटी भारत के सर्वोच्च संवैधानिक पद तक पहुंच सकती है।
Slipping to a very short commercial break. Up next is news for the hearing impaired.
You are watching India Today.
इस समय पूरी दुनिया में लोग कंफ्यूज्ड हैं। वो समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं क्या सही है, क्या गलत है, क्या सच है, क्या झूठ है। और ये स्पष्टता हम आपको अपने इस नए शो में देंगे। सब कुछ ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में बताएंगे। इस शो में मेरे बालों के अलावा कुछ ग्रे नहीं होगा। हर खबर ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट की तरह बिल्कुल स्पष्ट होगी।
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India.
Droupadi Murmu took oath as the 15th President of India at the Central Hall of Parliament. Murmu is the first tribal person to occupy the country's highest constitutional post and only the second woman to be elected as the President. She is also the youngest President of India. On the day of Ramnath Kovind's exit from the Rashtrapati Bhavan, Mehbooba Mufti took to Twitter saying that Kovind has left behind a legacy where Indian constitution was trampled upon several times. Mufti slammed Kovind for proving scrapping of the Article 370, introduction of the CAA and not opposing the targeting of minorities and Dalits. ED probe continues in the scam and irregularities in teachers' recruitment scam in West Bengal. As per the Calcutta High Court orders, Partha was moved from state-run SSKM hospital in Kolkata, admitted to centre-run AIIMS in Bhubaneswar. Partha's aide, Arpita, was also sent to a one-day ED custody. Another suspected case of monkeypox surfaces in Telangana. A 40-year-old man from Indira Nagar colony in Telangana's Kamareddy district has monkeypox symptoms. This is the fourth monkeypox case detected in India, with the first three being reported from Kerala.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
You
a massive mountain of cash, a Bengali actor, and a close aid minister of Mamata Banerjee. In the days since India Today broke the job scam story in Bengal, there hasn't been any official reaction from the government, but there's a huge tug of war within the Trinamool. We're hearing over what happens to Minister Partha Chatterjee. That's my top story on 5 Live at 5 p.m.
Co-powered by Solar है लगाना तो Luminous को बुलाना. In association with the new Volkswagen Virtus.
First, a mountain of black cash. Now, a luxury flat for his dogs. After arrest of actor aide, Partha Chatterjee's big fall from grace. Chor chants hurled at TMC Mantri. Ex-Mamta number 2 jeered in Bhubaneswar. Bengal blockbuster job scam.
Nobody's going to forget that huge mountain of cash, 21 crore rupees worth of cash in that epic pile that was discovered by the Enforcement Directorate. Partha Chatterjee, the Minister of Bengal, has been arrested. He's very close to Mamta Banerjee, but the Trinamool uncharacteristically has been totally silent since India Today broke the news last week. So is Partha Chatterjee going to be cut loose and thrown under the bus by the Trinamool? Or are they going to brazen it out? We'll try and find out on 5 Live. I'm Shiv. These are the headlines. 4 Congress MPs suspended from the Lok Sabha for the entire remainder of the monsoon session for waving placards near the Speaker's chair. Manikam Tagore, Jyoti Mani, Ramya Haridas and T.R. Pratapan suspended for the entire duration of the monsoon session of Parliament. Karnataka Congress Chief Minister Nataka explodes party mulls action against MLA Zameer Ahmed, who openly backed Siddaramaiah against DK Shivakumar. He now says that Muslims should also get an opportunity at the Chief Minister's chair. Droupadi Murmu takes oath as the 15th President of India. The country welcomes its first president from the Adivasi community. Murmu recounts her roots in a stirring maiden speech.
मैं द्रौपदी मुर्मू
ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूँ कि
लेती हूँ कि
मैं
श्रद्धापूर्वक
भारत के राष्ट्रपति के पद का कार्यपालन करूँगी
भारत के राष्ट्रपति पद का कार्यपालन करूँगी.
Bid to disrupt communal harmony amidst Kanwad Yatra in UP's Bijnor. 2 attackers donning saffron destroy tombs. Arrested accused identified as Kamal and Adil. Big breakthrough in Bollywood power couple Vicky and Katrina's death threat case. Accused nabbed wanted to marry Katrina and had been harassing her and stalking her on social media. We're starting with some breaking news on our big spotlight story, the cash for jobs scam in Bengal. Another big revelation in the Bengal scam case that India Today broke last week. Top Enforcement Directorate sources are telling India Today that a joint property owned by Partha Chatterjee, the minister, and his actor friend Arpita Mukherjee has been recovered. This property was bought by Partha Chatterjee in 2012. Actor Arpita, who is a close friend of his, during her questioning has also accepted that the cash, that huge mountain of cash, 21 crore in all, belongs to Partha Chatterjee, the minister in the Mamta